That got messed up.
We killed him.
It was all the jaunty, normal back pocket music, and I was like, "Oh, you really undercut it against the trailer," and then bam,
bait and switch, dead pockety.
and then the old what is actually inside the pocket got revealed, which no one was expecting. Hello and welcome to a Back Pocket sponsored live stream of Returnal, thanks to PlayStation Australia. We are going to be spending the next couple of hours playing Returnal, talking about Returnal, giving away copies of Returnal, just doing a bunch of Returnal things. I'm joined by the two men who I would say I would like to be stuck in an infinite loop with. Is that the transition I'm going with?
I think like if you were stuck in the infinite loop and you got bored, you could swap one of us in and we would keep doing the infinite loop for you, and whoever was the overlord watching would be like, oh, it's the same person.
Yeah, he's just not wearing a hat this time.
It's the same person.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. I just considered what we do on a week in, week out basis an infinite loop, and I do it with you guys anyway. So I'm like, I'm living it.
We're living Returnal.
So I tweeted this out, obviously, because I love social media. But I also put a story on Instagram. I said, Returnal live stream. It's a picture of the three of us. Down the bottom, it says, boys date night. Thought we'd do something different and work. And it was just like, basically all I do is I go home, I go to sleep, I wake up, and then I come back here. I am on the Returnal loop.
We are.
But we are happy to be here because Returnal actually turns out to be a pretty fun game. We know that.
And I do not.
Yeah.
Peter does not.
I've not played a single frame of it yet. And and in the lead up to it, because it was shaping up to be a pretty cool game, I decided to kind of like stop watching trailers. And so what I saw of the trailers and what I've seen putting the show together for tonight is more than I've seen of Returnal at all. So,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because you put in like, how many hours would you say, roughly?
Oh, I would say 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, I've put in about 4 hours, I think, and like seen what I thought was a lot of the game, and then I see the trailer again and be like, no, there's still a lot ahead.
Totally. I also want to say that when I just want to comment on our clothes, really, because Pete is wearing something I've never seen him in before in my entire
Very
life.
colourful, very PlayStation.
Yeah, a PlayStation shirt's going to come in very handy at some point.
Yeah. And it paid off.
It paid off.
And then you text me earlier, and you were like, well, I'm just going to read it out directly. No,
This takes away the spontaneity of
What are you
like, our
wearing?
wardrobe choices.
what you going to wear?
Oh, I said,
do I remember you with a t-shirt close to the yellow of the Returnal font? I'm wearing my teal t-shirt, and it could and it could pop if you wore the other tone.
I mean, I'm not wrong, am I?
No, you're right. To which I replied, I do have that shirt, but it's in a room with a sleeping baby. I'm going to wear my Celine Dion t-shirt, so I'm already on brand.
Yeah.
Because the main character is, of course, called Celine. The first time I wore this shirt on Back Pocket was the live stream where they announced Celine as the character in Returnal.
Yep.
And it was just meant to be. So that's
Absolutely meant to
So
be.
that's how we go. But you pop anyway. You don't need me to pop.
pop. And
I'm popping in front
We
of the...
saved the yellow for behind you.
That's a good point. You would have just blended into the background.
Yeah,
so,
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did this all right.
So, Pete, do you want to boot the game up?
Yeah, I do.
You get into it now. We've already run a competition for people to be
hang
able
on.
to.
I think as soon as I do this, it's going to be a cutscene plays.
Okay, well,
okay.
how about I quickly
whole?
say this?
Yeah.
So we've already run a competition for people to enter and win copies of the game. We've got a ton of great entries. We've picked some winners. We've notified winners. Some of them are going to see if they can call in because they might be at work or something, but we know the winner is definitely calling in. So we hear from them later on. But we've also got 5 copies of the game to give away over the course of the stream as well. So we're going to give them away just at our own whim.
I think so. We'll just like intermittently drop in and get people in the chat to shout out, and we'll either...
So just be fascinating and entertaining in chat.
Yeah, give
Draw
us-
our eye.
If you make us laugh, you get a code. If you make us cry, you get a code.
Yeah.
If
you pop on camera like this, you get a code.
But you don't get a code if you're like trying too hard to get our attention. Like, don't be like obnoxious. You know what I mean? Like, you want to strike that really fine balance of like needy, but at the same time like cool. Like you basically want to be me. So
You don't want to be the
walk that
first
line.
time you get off a crash spaceship and go, you want to be like the 8th time when you're like,
Yeah, that's a perfect transition into.
All right, let's see it. Because I think the cutscene's a pretty epic one to open us in.
Froggy Jim says, God, it's high school all over again. It is.
Totally.
Here we go.
Good.
Here we go.
Good.
Do you remember this?
I don't remember this at all. Well, I do, but I'll touch on why later on. Because you see a lot of this
Oh, right.
in different ways.
Like, because it wasn't that long ago and you have a good memory?
that too. Space.
The final frontier.
What if it isn't, though? What if we're just a pocket universe?
I know we shouldn't be like beginning by like critiquing and analyzing, but the soundtrack in this is awesome, and this sounds very like Alien, Prometheus, just unsettling.
There she is.
I don't want to crank it too early just in case it explodes with action.
The ship. Just gonna turn this
That
up a
too.
little bit.
Spoilers. It does.
You paying attention, Pete?
Are you paying attention? I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't paying attention the first time, and I didn't see that the first time I played this. The white she was following the White Shadow broadcast already. I thought she only detected it when she crash lands.
Got it. Spoilers.
It's never. I want to go to space.
But if you do, promise me you will never land in the hole. Never
I had to
go
go
in
through
the
the
hole.
eye
Never
of the
go through
storm.
the eye of the storm.
But it's like the quiet part.
It is. It's the eerie high of the storm before it.
Yeah.
Hang on, it's disturbingly quiet.
yeah, it's quiet for like 10 seconds. And then it's like my favorite line in Everybody Loves Raymond, where Robert describes being a police officer, and he goes, "It's hours of boredom interspersed by moments of sheer terror." And you're like, yeah, that's what the eye of the
spot
storm. Syntax error says, "Pete, space is really not meant for us." It's true.
We're not meant for space.
It's true. Yeah, that's more accurate. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to breathe.
I watched another space film recently, which I was just like, oh yeah, the whole time they're up there, I'm like, we're not meant to be here.
Yeah. Anything where you need extra equipment to live, we're kind of like we're not meant to go underwater. Just doing a good job bringing this
crash
thing down.
landing?
Oh, how good is a crash landing? You know,
This is a particularly good one, and what's good is that obviously you'll see it a few times.
you seen Sully? How good's a crash landing?
Birds, 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 pull up, pull up. Alien birds.
Are you the son of a pilot?
Yeah. Oh. Who knows? Anyone you walk away from. Oh, my dad has said that so many times.
That's terrifying. Colin, Jesus. And that's it. That's the game.
There you go.
I'm surprised I managed to squeeze 4 hours out of it.
Ooh, spoopy.
Astra, this is Celine.
Right.
I have to ask, does Peter turn on or off the adaptive? Not the.
Well, this is a cold save.
That's true.
Yeah,
Are you feeling things?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Because I like that you feel raindrops.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's the feeling of rain in your hands, Pete.
Do you? Sorry.
Gonna turn the rain off.
I'm not turning the rain off. I'm not turning the rain off. I'm not turning the rain off.
Raindrops off.
I'm not turning the rain off, but I am going to. I'm going to, if I can, invert.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. I do that.
Where is it?
Go to controller.
Yeah. Oh, setup.
This is why we're all here.
Camera. There you go. The only way to play.
Can I say
how to
this
play.
this is the real reason why you two are freaks, and this is not the way that it's meant to be. No game designer designs the game that's like as soon as you get into the action, the first thing you do is pause and go, all right, which menu am I supposed to look at?
I do like.
Totally. There's no way to live, guys. Come on.
There are good games that go, hey, first thing you do.
Oh, this isn't a good game.
Sorry, games that do it well, where
Yeah.
you go, hey, look up, and instantly the way you try to look up, it sets your calibration.
That's nice.
How, just let us know as well if we need some tweaks to the audio. I feel like
If you want to turn us down.
it's pretty well balanced. But this could be a game that has like fluctuations in sound. So don't go like, oh, it's too quiet until we've been through at least one gunfight.
Yeah.
Very cool.
My name is Jaya. Says, can I just point out that Pete looks great in purple?
You do.
Purple is my favorite color.
It's my favorite,
And it
colour
really
too.
brings out my pasty Scottish complexion. It's red and then purple.
I'd like to see you in a purple kilt.
So I'd left bringing this up before we went live because I didn't know if it was going to be a point of contention.
Oh, so you wanted to have a fight on camera?
I love the look and the murky mood and look of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought a few people out there are like, it's dark and it stays dark for a while. I love it so much. Like, it looks like some kind of like baby between Prometheus and like a Ridley Scott film mixed with a kind of like, yeah, it's just the
Mixed with a what?
I only could think of Ridley Scott. I know. Mixed with another
Like
Ridley
Prometheus meets Alien.
Yeah, I really.
Meets Russell Crowe
Yeah.
in the fields of corn.
Meets that one where Cameron Diaz makes love to a car.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
yeah.
I was worried I'd be like, it's dark and like there's not much to look at, and I'm surprised that as I continue to play, how much I still love like how monolithic and eerie and just unsettling.
That's her.
it all is.
Oh shit!
I agree.
That would be very confronting to discover.
Yeah, when she did that, I put myself in her shoes, and I was like, how would I deal with it? And you know what I can too?
Try and shit yourself.
Nah, pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think
You'd
I just,
high five yourself.
yeah, I just taken it by stride.
No,
Good
you know-
work, buddy.
The first thing you would do is you would look at this reflection of yourself, and you'd go,
My sidearm.
How
His hair's not
How
changing. His hair's not
dare
changing.
you? How dare you?
"But it's so true."
It's too real a cut. It's too real, okay?
Sorry.
I have an inferiority complex.
No, you're the best of us all.
It's true.
Should we?
There goes that inferiority complex. He's fixed, everyone. Hold L2. I missed the other tooltip.
Oh no.
Well, should we outline that at the moment where Pete's going to play through the game for like 45 minutes or so, and we're going to do a bit of a like first play, let's play with him.
Yep.
We've obviously played it, so we'll be here to guide him or just taunt him as he plays. But then the idea is after that we will go into a bit of a discussion about the game. And then we've also got a couple of like tips. And
We do have some tips.
Nick and I put our heads together and thought like this is the stuff we wish we'd known when we started the game.
Gaz and I put our heads together and went,
Vanilla
did you know you could do this?
Classifying.
What? and then the other person going, you idiot, you didn't know that. How do you do this? What? You idiot, you didn't know that? So yeah.
It's part of the
that
joy of these
together.
kinds of games, though, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
there's so many systems, and it's like, oh man, it would have been so much easier if I'd known that
Yeah.
earlier on.
Which is arguably fun to discover on your own,
Totally.
but I would have liked to know some of these things. They wouldn't have ruined the surprise.
The perfect time to
Requires
learn
a key.
to learn that stuff, I think, is an hour after you've started playing a game like this.
Oh, is that
Isn't
deadly?
that cool?
Is that deadly? I'm appreciating the design. It is all very cool so far.
And to be
It's
fair,
not going to kill me,
now,
isn't
let,
it?
now let them touch you.
I don't want them to
Let it
kill
touch you.
me.
A little bit.
Is this a tip?
Just-
Is this a tip?
Yeah, this is the first, just
First
the tip.
tip?
Just the first,
Is this a
tip
tip?
just the first 60
Is this
tips.
a tip? Oh my god! I'm fine.
They
I'm fine.
just love you.
They're friendly.
Yep.
Friendly tentacles.
Can I tell you,
Friendlicles.
games like this is why I bought an OLED television.
Yeah. To
Does-
really just eliminate. Oh, you want your deep blacks, or are you like HDRing it, lifting all the blacks way up so you can see everything?
No. I've gone deep blacks.
Yeah,
Deep blacks.
Yeah, right.
And so the lights pop, and then I leave it just circulating for 24 hours, so it burns into my screen.
Yeah,
I wreck my $4,500.
Good. Okay, these don't look like friends.
So let these touch you.
Yeah.
I love
60 tips.
I love the feel of the movement already, which is like you feel quite dashy and like
Dashing.
Dashing.
I never got that vibe. But okay.
oh cool. It's like bullet hell. Like the waves come at you.
Remember you can jump.
Cool.
The other film, obviously, not just because of the mechanic of
Oh, what am I hot for?
competing, but the creature design too. Bit of Edge of Tomorrow with all the tentacly kind of creatures.
Yeah.
Remember the monster
very
design?
Edge
That
of
was
Tomorrow.
awesome.
Yeah. 100% less Tom Cruise, but
Pick up.
pretty Edge of Tomorrow.
Good.
No, I'm just saying this. I like Tom Cruise. I don't think I like him as a person.
Oh, no.
He's never done anything to me personally, but the things he's done to society seem like a little sketchy. But the man can open a film, Gus. The man can open a weekend.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Please.
I just found an audio log, and my understanding is that the progression of this game is all about the narrative fed through audio.
You want us to shut up?
No. I'm just asking, is that
Yes, that most of the story is told through that, and then the occasional kind of like other way.
But yeah, you're right about that in terms of like
Dying.
you're hearing her leave audio logs for herself, and they won't repeat. You won't have to re-listen to them every time you come through.
whenever I Returnal?
And you leave yourself a message to wake up the next morning, like explaining what's going on.
I'm scared of everything.
I know, it does feel like everything will kill you. Green, obviously, those are the ones you pick up health. A lot of items like this, you hold and scan them, which I really like as a mechanic, because sometimes it's just a little bit of a like...
Well, I imagine it's also
Yep.
it's to make it difficult to do in combat as well. It's like you
100%,
can't just
yep.
sprint through an area and pick up all the good loot and bail.
Yep.
There are some things that you can pick up fast, and then there are things that you can pick up and aren't that good for you, but may give you a benefit at the same time. And those ones you need to like actually press and hold. And so it's like and that's a way of like not just accidentally picking it up, but at the same time it's like when you're in the heat of the battle and you're trying to decide, do I need this thing?
Do I
So
want
generally-
this buff? Is it full damage? No.
No. So generally, it's I find it's best to just like focus on the health stuff and then come back and loot the room when you're done.
Yeah, cool. I feel like I just hit a dead end with that room.
But you grabbed a key. You
did get a
Sorry.
key.
So,
Oh,
that red door
so I can
there?
use a
Yeah.
key on any door?
That'll get... Nah, that door.
Most doors, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, any locked door that's...
Yeah, there are special
Basic
doors
door,
like
yeah.
that you can't open, but they're very obvious which ones you can't do.
Red scare.
Just let them touch you.
So I'm now. It's
Lasers.
actually interesting watching someone else play, so I can throw my gaze around at a few things that I can't focus on when I'm playing because there's usually a lot happening on screen at once. But from what I'm seeing in the bottom left, you've obviously got your health, which Pete's picking up more things for your health just now. So if you pick that up, did you pick it up?
No, I didn't. I
Yeah, it's
scanned
tricky.
it.
Sometimes you have to scan and pick up.
I think I did grab it, yeah.
You just did then. Below that is your weapon proficiency, I believe. Mm-hmm. So they're the two main bars in the bottom left. And so he's got full health, and then this yellow should... Yeah, yellow items tend to be weapon proficiency. So you touch that, you get a little bit in that bottom left bar, not a lot. But then also killing enemies with a weapon, I believe, will get you that as well.
A little tip is
The big tip's are left.
the big tip's left. The little tip is when you need to reload.
You got a
I like the bullets.
reload.
There is basically like an active reload system in this.
Oh, yeah?
So when
Oh, yeah.
you next reload, the bar in the middle of the screen starts to fill up, and if you hit it in the middle of that fill up period, there,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
then you will
And is that fight? Was that R2 or R1?
R2. So same button as
So
your
fire.
as fire. Yeah,
It's confusing because your bullets will spawn back in after time if you leave it.
it's like an energy
Yeah, I
thing
saw
as
that as
opposed
well.
to like a clear.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good. I love it. I love an active reload. That
What did I
was
say?
like,
Context sensitive reload. I
Yeah.
think, yeah, you're right. Yeah, what you're wondering.
That's fine. The context is
Thanks.
shit. I'm out of bullets.
Okay, so this stuff's a bit tricky. You just grabbed a key that has a malignant effect, so you now have a malfunction.
Ooh.
You have one malfunction, and in the top left it's saying if you fabricate something, you will get rid of that malfunction. So the way of getting rid of malfunctions change. It's basically like an objective that you have to do. You can have, I think, up to 3 malfunctions before
Yeah,
something
right.
bad actually
And
happens.
they're debuffs that are just like,
Correct.
Yep.
So yeah, you'll
So
have...
yours is you lose currency basically when suffering damage, but then once you
Yep.
fabricate something, you get rid of that. But generally, when you pick up something that has a malfunction, it's also giving you a perk as well. So you've gotten something that also came with like a downside.
Yeah,
Listen-
but I can get rid of the downside and keep the upside.
Yeah,
Cool.
Just listen and look at that thing. Like,
Yeah.
the design in this is like, I'm getting. Is it?
Shoot it.
Shoot it. No, shoot around. Shoot around it more. Shoot around it.
Shoot around it more.
It does some funky stuff.
What, kills me?
No, it just has
They're floating up.
yeah.
The bullets are drifting.
Practice your reload, maybe.
Yeah, because you sucked at that.
Getting some Event Horizon vibes. The Sphere with Dustin Hoffman,
Of these ruins.
It is.
Sharon Stone,
This could be the
and
sentence that Ron
have you
has
been
the white shorts
researching?
signal.
No, do you?
The Sphere.
Have you not seen that film?
No, Sphere?
Is it called The Sphere? It's underwater. It's Dustin Hoffman, Sharon Stone, and
I would say it's called. Oh, yeah, Sphere. That's right.
Yeah.
And Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. That's it.
God, remember Dustin Hoffman when he was on posters like an action hero?
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at that nose.
I love Dustin Hoffman.
Who could chew?
There is a moment between death and rebirth when tentacles drag me down,
All right.
screaming,
No,
Right.
just like
returning.
get that weapon proficiency, Pete.
Is this feels like the Rancor.
Wrong gate.
Oh, hello. That does a big dash. Oh, shit. Okay.
You suck at that reload.
Oh, my goodness.
It's okay, you can get him. Just dash, strafe. Dash, strafe.
I've just got to see what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're getting it.
Look at that. Look at the trails.
I want. Oh, no, he judged
dash.
that.
Almost.
How do I use health? Or is it.
You don't have any.
Yeah, okay. Dead. There you go. First death.
It's okay.
I love this stuff.
You know what I hate?
Go on.
Well, so that's one of those. That's one of those. Like that's where I died.
I hate it
I
too.
assume you died.
Yes.
But no, what
title.
I hate
Right.
is that I am going to go online tonight and see a video where someone beats that fight,
Yeah,
and I'll be
okay.
like, I suck.
Is that the Dark Souls thing where it's meant to be like you're
yeah.
probably meant to die to that one first?
Yeah,
time
yeah.
you played this.
Oh, but this one I think you have to die to.
I don't know. In theory, you can beat it with a
I
pistol.
looked like I did a little
damage.
bit.
It did a bit of damage, yeah. It's just about whether or not I think it just has a way bigger hitbox than they do, and it seems bigger than any of the ones that I've encountered
Yeah.
of its ilk in the game so far.
Yeah.
We saw something else come up there, which I haven't put a tip around, that I did get confused about, which is adrenaline, which it seems like if you start stringing kills together, Pete,
That's why I was red. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
yes.
that's bad. But
Yeah,
it's,
it's
It's
a
actually good.
really
confusing,
weird
but yeah,
way
okay.
to telegraph that something good is happening.
I kept thinking, oh, I've got a huge debuff on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you string kills together, you'll get adrenaline, and I think that's when you start unlocking. It starts adding traits to you or your gun. Actually, I know this for sure. So some of the first ones are like you'll get X-ray vision, and then if you keep stringing hits together without taking a hit yourself, and keep getting more kills, you'll get like more powerful gun. You'll get extra shield. You'll get see-through vision. You take one hit, all that goes away. So it's like if you can
Yeah.
string a huge combo together, you'll get a bunch of cool sort of extras for that combat scenario.
You basically get, I think it's 3 kills gives you 1 adrenaline level.
Yeah.
And then there are some things you can pick up where it's like get more health or something, but now you need to do 4 kills to get a level.
And this is our ship.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to keep the pistol. That's
yes.
nice.
Yes.
That's nice. Okay, so
We
this
should
is our
probably read
ship.
that. Every time you die and return to the crash site without the weapons, artifacts, and resources collected in that last cycle, your databank entries and permanent equipment survive from the site from cycle to cycle. Use these permanent items to explore new areas and utilize shortcuts. Welcome to Returnal.
But like, we get to interact with the ship in a cool way. It's nice to have It's always nice to have a home base.
Yeah.
There's something comforting about even when you die to come back to something like this.
So what you can do is you can go back into the home ship, and it's clunky because you need to, like, it's not really designed to do this, but you can go in and out. There's a bed in there. You can go in there, go to sleep. It recovers a bit of health, and then you wake up, walk out of the ship, go back into the ship, go back to sleep, recover a bit of health. So if you're on a really good run, there's no
You're like,
healing,
I'm desperate
you've
to
used up all
survive.
the like regen stations and stuff, you can be like, I'm going to take 12 short naps and then
Okay.
Actually,
and
if
then
you do
head
want to know,
back out.
Pete, have a quick nap. I
Yep.
did really appreciate this as well, because as I mentioned while we were just doing it when Pete died, I do really like what they've done as a kind of like story mechanic.
Touch it.
Oh, okay. I got a different one, but it's like
I mean, it's not the best dream.
mine was
It's certainly
Yeah,
ominous.
mine was different, but
So,
I think
yeah.
the first time I did it was after I went to the place where you have the big one.
okay. So maybe it's contextual to what you've done.
I think so,
far in
yeah.
the world, that's cool.
So far, all he's seen is some glowy red shit, and then a big thing killed him.
That's true. But again, every time you die, you get those sort of like flash cuts of your ship crashing.
Like Gladiator, another Ridley Scott
Yeah.
film.
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
just remember yourself.
and like the journey so far,
I
as
think
far
so,
as
but
your progress
I think it
is
adds little
concerned.
bits to it, and it's just a really cool visual. Oh god.
As far as locating the white,
The environment
oh my goodness, white
wasn't
signal,
like this before.
Yep. White Shadow.
white shadow. I'm just basically like flying blind at the moment, right?
Not necessarily. So,
Do have a marker on your map, which the map actually you get better at reading. I really like it.
I love the map.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm such a huge fan of this map because it knows you are constantly wandering around this space and going back and forth between things. So it does a very smart thing where it tells you which doors you've gone through,
Yep.
which doors you need to go through. So it's very, very easy to get yourself around the environment.
And for like pretty complex 3D environments as well, it's nice at pointing it out. But Pete, you'll see there is an orange marker on your bottom on the map.
On just the compass.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's kind of saying you've got to go in this general direction.
You can't swim.
You can't swim.
I did the same thing.
Yep.
Bloop.
I think you can't swim yet.
No, I'm sure. Well, yeah, you wouldn't put
Yeah,
that down there
it's
unless
gonna be
it's something.
yeah.
Here's my thing: when she went in the ship and had a nap, she had the helmet on. How would you sleep with a helmet on? Like lying down, like rolling onto your
I
side.
reckon
your
it
head
would give
sort
you
of just,
great
like,
neck
clunk.
support.
I think think wouldn't it give you poor neck support because there's a little bit of space in the helmet for you to move your head around, so your head would actually go like donk to the
Can
side.
you swim in lava?
That's what I reckon. Is it lava?
Or is it adrenaline?
I don't know.
Is that just a really jazzed up pool?
What's funny is that, and we'll talk about this later on, there is a part of the game where you get waves of this like green energy pulse around the map, and I instantly knew what it did. I'm trying to walk this back to not be a humble brag, but it was the idea that you were terrified.
Oh, no,
of green.
yeah.
But it's only because you realised that red was a good buff, so you're like, green must be terrible.
It's true. I ran away from the green wave as it was coming towards me.
Damaged fabricator. So I can fabricate stuff. I can kick that.
You can kick it.
Yeah, that's
you
just
can
like
kick it.
flora that you can
Touch that,
kick,
touch
and
that.
sometimes gets.
It's good.
Oh, really?
It's where, yeah,
Oh,
it's
sparrow?
both.
Yep.
So sometimes it drops things,
Goop.
and you can shoot it as well.
I'm still kind of getting my head around all the currencies, but the main one you want out of those 3 currencies in the bottom right, the top one that you have 0 of is ether, which
Yep.
is the best one that you use.
And
the
last
biggest-
between runs as well.
Yes.
Right.
Bottom one. Ooblets? Yeah, doublets. Or something.
Oberlitz. I don't think she ever says it, so I only see it as I read it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think it's Ooblets, but it's something like that.
And so there's a bunch of like world puzzle stuff as well.
Yeah, well, not each room. Lots of rooms have just little things like this.
It's funny, like dash, because it's a roguelike. You do very quickly. I mean, you guys use it a lot. I guess the term is kind of grey boxing when you start to eventually.
Yeah,
like
not
it's a
see-
beautiful game to look at, but then you can start working out what all the systems are, and that some of the
Dash back.
the
is
window
a-
dressings are just like, oh,
Oh no, dead.
Could use that.
Oh, you use a chunk. I did use the dash.
You even start playing a little bit off the map, as you said. You just use that as you're running around because you can just like kind of work out the platforms a bit clearer.
So if you hit the
chest.
if you hit the pad,
Yep.
so it brings up your map. So you can see the grey doors are doors that you've gone through.
Yep.
So
This is still
and
here,
then you're
is-
following your orange mark.
This one was locked. The blue one was locked. So, yeah, cool. Is it like from this point? Because this is obviously a different layout to before. Is it procedural every time you respawn, or is this the same and you go through? You get familiar with the map.
It's procedural every time you respawn. It's not.
I think
Sorry.
it's pieces, it's rooms.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
It's rooms. I think there is some variation within some rooms. There's quite a few rooms, but
enemy types and
New
item
technology
placement, I
discovered.
think.
yeah, but I've definitely run into like
Augments my
the same
weapons with
room,
alternative
but just in
firing
a
method.
different order, or filled with a different enemy or something.
So this is kind of interesting. You've got half pull to get your crosshair and full pull to
Yeah.
use your alt fire, which I love the feeling of. I know, Nick, you're not as much of a fan because it's a difficult thing to then like train your brain to do.
Unlock.
I think it's a super cool use of the controller. But it actually, if you go to the settings, the first option it gives you is like, hey, do you just want to go classic controller and put alt fire on a different button? Mainly because jumping between, say, like this and another shooter or something, it's just like, I don't want to sacrifice my gameplay in other games because I'm half pulling an aim trigger or something.
Yeah, right.
But more so than that, I am like a panic gamer.
Yeah.
So when I start playing something and I get in a firefight, I just jam the buttons down straight away. So that's
Loki Cat in the chat calling out the map being very similar to Doom vibes or Doom Eternal. I agree because that has a really good map. So yeah, okay, you got Adrenaline level 1 and Enhanced Overload. So
Those bullets are like tracer things.
yeah. And it's actually got pretty generous auto aim.
Yeah.
And sort of homing bullets at the same time.
Yeah.
And also the hip fire is pretty accurate.
Oh no.
So
Oh shit. Okay.
the hip fire is pretty accurate. So unless you're really going for like distance, I tend to just fire from the hip. Running around.
he's still up.
Let me do that.
And remembering when you dash, you're invincible. So you can.
Oh, you can dash through bullets.
You can dash through any of the red laser gates and laser things on the floor as well.
Right. Adrenaline level 2 gives me enhanced vision.
Phoenix O'Lion just screams the word tentacle save.
I got a genuine jump scare out of the first time it grabbed me and started pulling me up. It's like there's a sound cue with it as well, and it was just enough to be like, oh, this game's not too scary.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Ether
Got
there.
an ether, and that's kept on death as well.
Yeah, right. And that one obviously is the currency, I think, that's used for the more important upgrades and purchases, I assume.
Feels good. It just feels good to run around.
She runs so fast.
Yeah, she's a speedy.
Rook 2H7 Half-Life vibes from the head, or the sucky pulling up
Yep.
the sky. Totally got that.
So obviously this is one of those things that's hard to tell from just watching. I really like the way that it feels to play. The dash is really satisfying. Big gun.
Got a new
She
gun.
runs very fast, and I love the shooting. I think the shooting is really, really satisfying to do. The DualSense does a really good job of doing all the little extra haptic things.
The recharge indicator with the sound and the microphone.
Yeah, all that
How
stuff's
loud
good.
that is. It's like a good little way to go. Like, hey, you've got your ulti still up.
But I am a huge Housemarque. I have loved all Housemarque games really, and they're really known for much more that sort of like
Kinetic, fast.
yeah, and
like-
sort of like bullet hell,
massive wall
arcadey
behind which is the white
type of
shadow
game.
signal.
To the point that the last one,
can't cross
what is
the
the last
chasm.
Housemarque game that they put out? Because
For now,
it was after they put that out.
change
It was
objectives
it Super Stardust.
and
It was
investigate the
like
energy
after Super
reading in the
Stardust.
forest.
But they put it out and they basically said that it was Matterfall. That's right. Ex Machina is the one. So that was the shoot 'em up sort of top downy sort of thing. And they put that out and they were like, we love these kinds of hardcore arcade games, but no one buys them, so we don't think we'll make them anymore. And now they've made it in a third-person shooter, and it's like, this is going to be the first time that a lot of people play like a bullet hell style. Like, you never play a game where the aliens, who move very quickly running around the map, shoot slow wave mode bullet things at you.
It's also just a thing to get your head around in a 3D space, which I really enjoy. I don't play a lot of other games. I think like all the Nier series do a bit of it too. With
They do,
like
yeah.
slow moving projectiles.
And you love those games.
I can't get enough of them. But it's a cool thing.
Big
to get
one.
to.
I can't get the chunk.
No chunk yet.
I want the chunk.
Yeah, from everything this game sells itself on and how it looks, you'd be very forgiven for thinking it's like a slow plodding. I think we all said it originally. We thought it was a survival horror game that would be like super moody. Sorry, it is moody, but super like slow and not a bullet hell shooter.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
You can't kill those guys who
Just
drag
run
you
through
up,
'em.
Pete.
Yeah.
So
Just run into.
I've never gone all the way up to the top.
actually, neither.
I just use them to get up to platforms and stuff.
So I didn't realize that either. I was trying for ages to get to a platform. I'm like, I need another piece of gear. And then you mentioned, you're like, oh, you can just get stuck in that and then dash out at the top.
Oh, so like you're not taking damage while you're in it.
I don't think so, no.
All right, well, we can test it.
I don't know what happens when you get all the way to the top.
Yeah.
It might just give a little cheeky chew on your brains.
Is that it?
No, I think
Not
you
yet.
need it for that too.
All right.
Do it. Do it, Pete.
Is that noise? Oh! Spit her out.
I'm just inside.
Dash, Pete, dash.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh,
weren't
man.
we just saying we were staying?
Yeah, it was a test.
You can just die.
You're not a man of science at all.
I mean,
Abort.
it was trying to digest you for a very long
That's true.
time.
That's true.
Narcotex is screaming, "Don't let him lose his adrenaline." Yeah, but like,
right.
he's still figuring this out.
And the adrenaline mechanic is cool as a way to make you go like,
It's a
like-
water orb
get in the dust
and what an orb. I didn't get this thing. The shinies are so alluring.
I liked how you said you're not a man of science at all. I want to give away a copy of the game. So, chat, tell me what Gus is a man of, and my favorite answer will be selected. Yeah, let's keep it PG.
Yeah,
because this is
This is
a
a
sponsored stream.
I'm not a man of. Well, I was gonna
All
say
the things you
not a man-
normally say about Gus, don't say those.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No.
This may be the face of things to come.
The room is now an emote only mode.
I think that they thought I was going to give away a copy of the game.
Yeah.
I see.
Instead, I chose a weird.
The room is no longer in emote only mode.
Katsudon says you're a man of bush. The
gloves.
beard, you're a man of shoe polish, says Vesuvius.
Ooh, I like that. Man of missteps.
is a man of gloves,
Gus is a man of Gus.
a man of tentacles.
I know these are still the like OG enemies, but it's you're right. The just the tip of, and this may not even be in your tips, but you don't need to look down sights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is really helpful. Firing from the hip is like
Yeah.
is
so
the
much more
way
satisfying.
to
He's a
go.
man on the run.
Froggy Jim, Gus is a man of popping, which I very much like. Froggy Jim, man of controllers, man of adequacy, man of web feet. Man of popping works
of
though.
popping,
You've been watching since the beginning of the stream. Congratulations, Froggy Jim. You win yourself a copy of Returnal on PlayStation 5.
I thought that build-up was like, drumroll please. All the codes we give away tonight are Returnal.
Yes.
You win!
Congratulations. I am, in fact, a man of popping. I haven't locked in years, but I will still pop.
That's true. Froggy, I sent you a message on Twitch. Reply to that, and I'll send you your Returnal code.
This is an interesting one. There's a lot of these like
Yep.
nude dudes.
Yeah, no, that's why I like it.
But this one's in a
Audio log. Day 3. London.
a lot of nude dudes.
and then 2 days later she finds that. She's like, yeah, sorry, nude dudes. Yeah.
Most of the nude dudes are out on display.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
nude dude is in a little alcove.
Interesting.
He's a naughty nude
What
dude.
if you shot him?
Nothing.
Did you go in there?
I didn't let him touch me.
Did you fall down there?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It didn't happen there, but I have seen those areas where you kind of do this.
Yeah, sorry, it looked like one of those, so I figured that's what you've done.
You tried to get me killed, didn't you?
No.
No, he
No.
didn't.
Nude dude.
Oh, that's a hole! There it is! That's what I was talking about.
Ooh.
So that's good.
That's currency that stays,
That's weapon
right?
proficiency, I think. So you grab all that.
Okay, cool.
Enjoy the game, Froggy Jim!
That's currency too. That is currency. My mistake. That's bottom right, 205.
Yeah.
This looks like
And
a
Orange
fight.
oobleys? Oobleys. Let's call them
Discovered
oobleys.
xenotype technology on the corpse of a
I'm gonna destroy this nude dude.
No, this is actually you. Just much. You've been dead for a very long time.
Oh my goodness. I'm surprised you can fit a helmet over those horns. Oh,
I
don't
played
put that on your
something
back.
again recently, which I won't mention by name because it's exciting. But it's like games that just give you hints of like other races, of things, ancient races, things that just have no context as to why they're there.
Yeah.
I freaking love, and so that's why I'm obsessed with like coming around a corner and just seeing like monuments to something, and you're like, I don't want it explained to me. The feeling is I constantly want to know what this all means and where they came from. Again, Prometheus vibes. Second you explain it to me, ruined.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's one of my favorite things in like tropes in fantasy as well. Is
Yeah.
like there's people living in the ruins of a city, of a civilization that was way more advanced than they can fathom.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not necessarily like scientifically more advanced, but like there was magic back then that they don't have access to now, or
Yeah.
alchemy that they don't have access to now.
To keep like flogging the Ridley Scott horse, the first Alien had the bit where they go on the ship and there's this huge thing sitting in the chair with like the thing on its face.
yeah.
Like
Would you describe him as a dude?
he's a dude.
Would you describe
He's
him
an elephant
as
dude
nude?
He's a nude elephant dude in a chair. And I think when they designed it, they were like, it just looked cool. Like it was based off. No, seriously. There's like,
No, I believe you. It's just like, I just like the idea of someone designing a nude elephant dude and going, yeah, that's
Do you know,
Alright.
It's this like really iconic scene.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
the set
yeah,
designers were like,
yeah,
it's very the artists that they based all the stuff off.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's really cool. Like what
Geiger.
very Geiger, and they were like, oh, we don't really need to explain that. And they've gone
now I've
back
got this thing, I
since
can go
with
through
all
the-
other films
I can go
and
through the
like,
water hole.
These people did this, and you're like, it's ruined.
Evil Spy Boy says Dudafin. Also, not to keep flogging the Ridley Scott horse, but this game is also giving me very, very strong.
Oh, I want that so bad.
So close.
No.
This game is also giving me very, very strong A Good Year vibes.
Oh yeah. Did you guys watch Green Book?
Was that it? That wasn't Ridley Scott.
No.
What, you just want to talk about Green Book? Anyone else getting, like, Celine remind you of Nicolas Cage character in Max Stitch Man? I can't even get it out. Oh my god.
So
I want to make that jump.
I don't think you can.
No, this is just the kind of person that Pete is.
Oh, I fucking did it. You all suck.
I hardcore.
Oh, shit! Come on! No. Down the hole. Down the hole.
Oh my god. Those ones when they got orange are gonna charge you. So dash pretty much when they got orange.
Dash Adam, proactive dash.
Dash Adams. The famous Ridley Scott
I'm
film.
getting mad.
yeah.
Yeah, now I'm up here, idiot.
Carbine is the best weapon.
That's sick.
I played with the shotty.
Oh, yeah. It keeps giving me a shotgun.
Yeah.
You're going, no, give me something just with, like, more bullets.
Got it now.
So there was nothing?
There was nothing?
No, you got I think you got some oublets.
No, you only had 2
I've got an L.
and now you got 2.
What's L1?
I just trolled you.
What's my...
Okay, so L1 is a consumable. You picked it up before. It's a bit hard to pick up.
The bottom left yellow thing is what your consumable is, and
But you only have one of them.
Okay, right.
I had one that was really good. That was when I picked up health. If I used the consumable, every health I picked up started like buffing more or like going up heaps more. So any health-based perks are really.
Can I grab this yet?
Nope,
No,
can't
take
grab
later.
that
Nope. Chuck tester.
Uh,
This one's got eyes now.
yeah, some oublets in there.
We really should work out what that currency is called.
It doesn't matter. It's just orange.
Call them Michael Ublaze.
That's what that's the vibe.
So Pete's going up for a little cheek. Healthy head suck. Yeah, run off the map. Really, if you start getting a little overwhelmed by like where you are or where you're meant to be going.
Well, this is the water hole that I can now go through.
Yep. It's a teleporting sphere.
Oh, cool.
Do you find it funny that?
Oh, here they are again. Are these the same ones?
No, these are
They look slightly
different. These
different.
guys will shoot you, but they will also occasionally. That guy charging a beamer.
Yeah,
Wanna
the
take
beam
that out.
sucks.
It charges up for a while, and if you let it go too long without hitting him, it starts just.
But it also
draining health. On
It
you.
also like
Yeah, right.
oftentimes in games like you dodge it and it kind of loses track of you. It doesn't lose track of you unless
No.
you hide behind something.
Oh man, I'm already feeling the hooks.
Yeah.
Other sphere to go through.
Yeah, but look at that giant hole I could go down.
Do the hole.
Sure, go for the hole, mate. I don't know.
Don't do that.
Don't do the hole.
Okay.
One thing I love about
I'm like, Nick should I?
the thing I love about roguelikes is the fear and unenjoying of an area initially because you're scared of what's through the next door.
Yeah.
And often it comes with a palette. In this case, like this biome that we're in at the moment is this like rainy ruins and it's super moody. And at the start of it, you're like, I don't want to go through the next door. I don't know what's there. And then when you play it enough to get confident enough to go further on, that you go into the next biome, and then you realize that's scary. So when you come back to the old rainy, spooky one, you're like, oh, I feel safe here.
Yeah, totally.
I got the same thing with like Hades. It's like I hated the lava area.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Hades. And then it was like, oh, I'm safe in the.
And then you're like, oh, the drunk big guy who charges me. These are my people.
yeah.
Should I fabricate something?
Yeah,
Sure.
probably.
I'm gonna fabricate.
So this is kind of the equivalent of a shop. So you
So
go to the actual
I can only
fabricator
stand in,
first.
stand in the middle. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And
oh
then-
right, the whole thing is a fabricate.
Yeah, yeah,
But they're
I think a
individual
shop, essentially.
Yeah.
And then you just pick which one you want.
So oranges are they're consumable. So you currently have which one?
I've got
have-
a health file, effectively.
Omelets.
Integrity they call it. In
Yeah.
Switch
No.
Store.
Okay, right. So
And I can upgrade it to a large one.
Your, no,
by
no, no, no,
swapping.
Your consumable currently, if you used it with L1, would turn any oblets,
Oh, it
the
turns currency into health.
integrity, and integrity is health.
And
So
but this
suddenly-
one just gives me health
Yeah.
and has a cooldown.
Yeah. Wait, has a cooldown?
I think so. Oh no, that's resources. I
no.
thought that was a
It's
timer
just-
saying
yeah,
150
yeah.
seconds. It was on cooldown.
Yeah.
Enhanced calibrator grants weapon proficiency.
Huge
So
amount.
if you go
of
back to
weapon.
that,
Huge. I
you're
didn't-
currently almost hitting 1. I
You're-
think, do you start on 0 or do you start on 1?
You start. I think you start on 0. Yeah. But so it means that if you hit level proficiency 2, then the weapons you pick up are going to be 2 or higher.
I'd say
There's a roll that you could do higher. So basically, it's like you work your way through a level and you get more weapon proficiency. So then the guns you get are rolling at a higher level. The way that works is that because the game doesn't have save states, when you finish the first biome and you kill the first boss,
I'm sold on the weapon thing.
you get into the second biome.
Yep.
Then and you die. Then you start back on your ship. So you need to go through the first biome again. But what you can do is just speed run through it, basically not kill anything. The boss is already dead, and get to that door. You get to that door, and then you go through it, and there's a drop that brings your weapon proficiency immediately up to level 5. So then the next weapon you find is at a level appropriate for the second biome. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
So
and
that's-
I just jumped that thing that I bought.
Just went up to
I
halfway through,
consumed.
so-
Yep.
So it was a once only use.
Yep.
And it gave me like about 3/4 of a level, which took me from 1
Yeah.
3/4 to 2.5.
Yep.
Not looking past. Was it? Oh, sorry, I lost it in the chat. Sorry.
Is that blood?
Evidence of rudimentary xenotype language discovered.
Get that trophy.
Currently lacking resources to decipher this xenoglyph.
Yeah, cool. Boop. Oh. Yep. Oh no, this is a teleporter.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Lucky 7 Sloth in the chat. Finally, I can buy myself some integrity.
Okay, so
Gus is a man of that.
you can teleport.
much so.
You can teleport around the maps as well.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that at the moment because I feel like I'm deeper into the level
you're
than I've
going
been before.
forward.
But that's cool. Are they open now that I've interacted with them, or until I die?
The teleporting kind of felt like, oh, cool, I don't need this until a few more runs in, when it's like I was skipping ahead a lot quicker and going, oh, I do want to double back to go and like buy something from the fabricator
Yes.
before I go to the
Yeah,
boss.
okay.
It's like,
Yeah,
at
cool.
the moment, they'll just
You
like...
usually
you'll-
get the key points on the map.
Yeah, but at the moment you still haven't discovered half of what you'll need to be doing up ahead, so it's like, they're a little less relevant.
I just grabbed a
To
cipher.
your point, when you die, you don't know they're there.
Is this translating
Yeah.
correctly?
So yeah.
Brethren.
Okay. So I was able to
Agony.
partially decrypt. I love games that do this, where you kind of like, and you're going to say Outer Wilds here, but like when there's a language
Yep.
that you learn and
Yep.
it helps you understand
Yep.
the things that you're interacting with.
I was Stone Wolf. If I liked Hades, will I like this? I would say yes. Yeah, very like.
I think if
different
you- yeah.
genre, like gameplay style, but a lot of those same kind of hooks.
If you like the idea of this, I think that this game does the same thing that Hades does effectively, which is uses narrative hooks to explain
down there, Pete.
and
tree lane.
motivate your runs. Unlike if you look at say a roguelike like Binding of Isaac, there's no narrative reason as to why when you die you should start another run. Whereas Hades and something like this, starting new runs will actually expand the story as you go further.
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
These guys try and kite one at a time. They're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
slow-moving teleporters who do a couple of attacks. One is that kind of like homing
die.
one on you.
Do you have a health resource?
Press L1
maybe.
anyway, just do it. I can't remember what it did. Maybe you'll get health from the oblite.
There's like a one next to the.
Yeah, you've got a there's a health thing over there somewhere.
So these guys do some
remember
homing
where? What?
shots.
I'm seeing on the map. It's right near you. See the little?
Oh yeah. It might be up.
Yeah.
I just keep,
probably there.
I just move and kill.
He's behind you now.
yeah.
These guys do a bunch of homing shots, and then they also put out like a
Green go.
Give me that.
get it, XXX.
Triangle.
Cover. A
That's
triangle.
right.
Yep. Oh!
But what do I?
Just shoot him.
Just kill him.
Those are stickies, and if you get stuck in them, you can't move very fast. He's
Oh,
down.
really?
He's
Oh, is he stunned?
Stunned.
So right, was that a?
Coming up behind you. Yep.
Yep.
I think there's one more.
Ah.
It's fun though because you get to experience the horror of the crash again.
Yeah, good.
I don't know exactly how they've got that mechanic working with the footage of the intercuts, and again, I'm getting hung up on it, but I love that every time I've died so far, it's been a different series of cuts. Maybe it's just a procedurally edited every time, but I love that like I'll die and suddenly it's her eyes, then it's the ship rolling, then it's flames, then it's a man in the distance, and I'm like, it's just a cool effect.
Could the force be adapting?
The forest be adapting.
So yes, we started on 0.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And again, same thing. Scared of these monsters when you first play, and then after like 10 runs, you're like, oh, you little guys, come here. Nerdy.
Evil Spy Boy says that the enemies have a health bar and what's the second bar? The
is that
second
the
bar
stun?
is a like a stagger bar, as is my understanding.
Yep.
And later on that you get another weapon that massively increases your stagger potential. And I have
Massive
found
stagger potential.
it to be one of my favorite ways to engage in fights.
Interesting. Okay. I just assumed it's another sort of mechanic in a fight that then they can have. Every time they add something like that, they can change up a whole bunch of weapons and trade-offs. So it's like, cool, now you change health for stagger ability. Do you know what I mean? The second they have another...
Oh, no, I'm talking about the melee thing. Oh, you're talking about currency. Sorry, I said what you're
Yeah, I'm just saying every time they have a new sim, not just health, they also have stagger. It means they can play with it with different weapons and have a bunch of different stats. Which is kind of
Evil Spy Boy, yes, there is a melee that you unlock later on within this first biome. And that, like the pistol, stays with you permanently. And is very good for getting up close and dirty, particularly with the big evils.
Oh,
even though you don't want to get close to them, really, you do want to get close to them to melee because you can just stagger and then pop a punch in there.
those turrets pop really quick, but they do fire crazily fast, so it's worth having a quick go at them.
Didn't even see him.
I think also just like scanning your map as well to know if you've still got an enemy on it. You'll see a little red triangle running around, so it's worth checking that just to be...
Ground Surge.
Coastal City says, can I just say, Pete's doing so well playing this game.
Look at that.
Thank you,
How's that
Coastal
make you
City. That's
Nightbot.
lovely.
Peter Nightbot says Pete has died. Pete has died 2 times this stream.
Look.
Nightbot, you
And
get a
then
code. Pete Gunn says, does this have permanent leveling like Hades or not like Binding of Isaac? So it's like a bit of both.
Yeah, kind of.
It's got a soft leveling in the background with your weapon. It's not like the proficiency, but it's like the more that you use a weapon, you kind of slowly, as is my understanding of this, and I'm still figuring it out, you seem to slowly unlock something that stays with you between runs.
Oh,
of like you have.
That's the little floor 4 thing.
Yeah, you're all
talking
good.
about. These are good.
Yeah.
Cherries. I'm not 100% sure about that, but maybe you're right in terms of like you then unlock different perks for those weapons that carry through into different runs.
If we'll go to the menu after we're here.
This is my favorite ulti. The
storm thing.
big surge,
Yep.
and it like stuns and staggers enemies really, really well. Who was it further up that said Ruthless Barbarian says Peter has returned 2 times. He's returnaled twice.
Yeah.
I believe.
Please get it right.
Cleanse with 2 ether. I can spend ether to repair my integrity in this space. So this is like a room of like spend another shop effectively. Spend some resources to trade resources for other resources.
So this is a room with a bunch of stuff that comes with monkey's paw deals.
Yeah. Okay,
So
right.
basically anything purple,
Yeah.
when you pick it up, it has a malignant chance. So
Yeah.
you might get infected with
Probability high.
with a
Yeah.
debuff.
Yeah.
But so it says there.
This is the only one I can get.
Fill one. No, you can pick them all up. You can
Oh, but I don't
cleanse
have-
it. You
Oh,
can cleanse it, and
right.
it won't harm you, but you can pick them all
Yeah,
up.
Yep.
So if you pick that
can
one
pick
up
them
and
all up?
well, hang on. If you don't cleanse that one,
All 4.
hang
Yeah.
on. No, because he can't have too many malfunctions.
Yeah, he can. It's just not good for.
Won't it like break gear or like?
Yeah, totally. I'm just saying that he can pick them all
Peter,
up.
okay, 2. You got 2 malfunctions.
Science.
For science.
He's doing it.
Yeah. Didn't get that one.
Oh yeah, there's a chance of not getting the malfunction,
Yeah.
isn't there?
I didn't get 2 of those that were.
No, it did.
Critical
It
malfunction,
killed your
resin
key and it
destroyed.
killed your resin.
Killed his key?
Yeah.
Isn't that crucial?
No, because it just keys to unlock like optional doors
Right,
or
okay.
chests and stuff.
Oh, I almost jumped.
So that
But now you'll see up the top. So you now have fall damage.
the HUD.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, our monitor, our camera is actually over the top of this. So the malfunctions you have fall damage. So
That hurt.
dash when you nearly hit the bottom.
Yep.
To get rid of that, you need to fabricate 1 item. And while stationary, you get minus 75% weapon damage. And to get rid of that, you need to kill 20 hostiles.
Cool.
These are
And I can just dash through. Shock Stream.
So this is interesting because like it's
the Shock Stream was good. It's the same pistol, but it's a different mod on the pistol.
correct.
Different
And,
damage though. Bonus
no.
damage, overload. Oh no, they're the same.
They're the same. They have
Yep.
all of them have no perks.
So I don't want that though.
That did say snub-nosed barrel, which I think you can unlock.
Have another look at it. Yeah, so in terms of the bonus damage, overload, and fire rate, they all have the same 0 stats.
Yep.
But your other one...
Oh, they're empty, not full.
Yeah, they're empty,
Yep.
not full. But the other one has a snub-nosed barrel, which is locked 40%. So I believe if you took that version, Oh, jeez. And then I'm not sure what the 40% implies, but like maybe getting a lot of kills with it, that will unlock eventually.
Yeah, I believe that's I think that's part of the soft. Yeah, there's still a lot that I'm figuring out with the like soft behind the scenes how much is counted between runs thing. I also love that Gus is like, if you pick that up and you were just like, we're taking it, and just like dash out of the door. That's how people get killed.
Narcotex, I fall so much I never take a parasite that involves adding full damage. Yeah, right. I don't think we've seen the proper parasite pickup yet, have we?
I have no issue with the full damage one though, because I just dash before I hit the ground, and then you mitigate any damage. Like you're not falling anymore. You dash.
What was that? Don't know.
I want to give away another copy of the game. There's a lot
Could
of
it be at your expense this time?
Sure. There's a lot of talk about malfunctions. If I was to pick up something that gave me a malfunction, what would it be?
Very nice.
There you go. My favorite answer wins a copy of the game.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to say... Jesus. Sorry. They came around the corner.
I looked at you and your face was like...
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
It would be a
weapon trait unlocked.
BMAC just said it
Permanent
would be a
weapon
major malfunction. How dare you?
Sorry.
Oh, don't have that yet. Oh, it's one of those trees.
Oh, yeah. Focus on...
Oh, sugar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tree guy first. Don't forget your ulti as well.
Duarte says inability to play non-horror games. Oh. Rob Brightside says inverted controls.
The pull of trigger the whole way down, remember?
Yeah, but that takes ages to reload.
Yes.
But it's worth using on, like...
Yeah, on the big guy. Yep. It's still not up.
That's up now, that noise.
Ah, that's what that is. And I just used it.
Nice. Okay. Is there any health lying around? There is. I think there's a couple behind.
And remember to dash when they go orange, those guys. Yeah.
Oh my god, you're so close.
Get him. Oh, dash.
Oh. You don't dash when they go orange. You got to dash way after they go orange. But these are the things you learn.
These are what we're learning.
Malfunctions. You wouldn't dress well. Thanks, Dolphin Pants.
Nick stops talking. Also Dolphin Pants.
Impossible. Reese Wild says I would be incapable of swearing. Rattlesnakes. Malfunction. No longer normal sized. Rattlesnakes.
Rattlesnakes.
But Dark Protects permanently dry hands. Dry hands.
And at the shins.
Tight jeans are just a little bit too tight. I feel like Rattlesnakes wins this one.
What was that one?
No longer normal sized. Rattlesnakes, congratulations, you win yourself a copy of Returnal on PS5. Congratulations, enjoy. I'm going to send you a DM now, and then you reply and you get your code. That's how this works. It's that easy. This is how you...
So mine is going to be something
PS5
clothing based. It would be like all your clothes are super, super tight. Because you look good and wear lots of baggy clothes.
Thanks.
So like everything you put on shrunk to a tiny size, but I think people came up with better versions of what I was trying to get at. I think...
Rattle, you've turned on block whispers from strangers. You must start a conversation with me first. So you send me a DM and I'll send you a code.
We are strangers.
Rattle says I don't have a PS5. I just want it to be funny.
well, you're welcome to like handball it to someone else.
Yeah. Who does have a PS5? There we go. This is how we're going to get it. Yeah. You are piggybacking on Rattlesnake's excellent answer.
Help me with this just super quickly. Artifacts, now Pete's unlocked a
Mini Nick 94.
Mini Nick 94?
Which ties in beautifully because it's a perfectly sized Nick.
Yes! Mini Nick 94. Congratulations.
Nice.
You just won yourself a copy of Returnal thanks to Rattlesnakes on PS5. Returnal? Question mark?
You want Dad?
So, I think artifacts that you've now unlocked, Pete, there's a little like totem at the beginning of every death run that drops an item, and that has like an unlock ability. The artifact that comes out of that totem at the start with all the eyeballs on it.
Yep.
So Pete picked it up, and I feel like it changes each run. And you can choose to go and pick it up after you die. You run up, there's an item in that totem.
Yep.
And I think it just changes. So it's just like having an extra item.
Oh, the one that rotates all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it crafts a random one.
That's okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, cool. So that I get a...
That's like a lower price.
dash. I get a splash on my dash.
Yes, you get a splash.
I get a splash on my dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Dude,
And that's
splash the dash.
and it's an AOE on like pop on people.
Yes.
Seems to be.
Yeah.
Oh,
You get a little.
I just want this in a purple flower room. This would be ideal in a purple.
Yeah, this is perfect for that non-combat scenario.
Yeah. Because I definitely don't want to be running at things. Though maybe I do.
Sassless has a malfunction. Ate a pizza, too hot, burned my mouth, can't taste anything.
Look, it'll happen.
Mini Nick said, I sent them the game, and they said, P.S. I cried when OG Puckett died.
Oh.
There you go. So now you can cry tears of joy because you have a brand new game to play on your PS5. And then
Can't
you can cry tears of rage when you die because you didn't have a splash in your
But
dash.
Pockety died and will come back each time.
It's got the perfect roguelike thing of, like, this first hour has just been really fun. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that is gonna that thing that you get to with all roguelikes is that you die after a long run and go like, far out. I was so close. Whereas this, like, the hooks get in with how like smooth it'll
Yeah,
at the start, and then it's like, and then it starts to punish you.
Oz Stone Wolf had a real life malfunction, changing 3-year-old nappy when that competition was announced.
I've been there.
Purple flower run!
Flash that dash! Is it everything you want it to be, Pete?
Oh, look at him go.
That's very good.
There's like a creature in the other room waiting behind the door. It's like waiting for you to come out.
Done yet?
It's like, no, I'll let him finish because it looks like it's having a lot of fun right now.
Yeah.
Them particle effects, baby.
Give me that. Moderate. No way. It's gonna
Repairs
get me.
moderate. Oh.
Oh, got me.
No way it's hitting at me. Oh, that sucks. Collect
Suffer
2
damage
resin.
overload.
That is such a waste.
that one?
And you suffer damage on overload. That is a bad
overload
one
when you-
with a hefty price tag attached to it.
Yeah, brutal.
So why not have another?
Overload's the.
I got that counted as a resin.
What did you pick up?
A purple thing.
Good.
He doesn't read anything. I'm panicking. I'm trying to read it all. There
was another purple.
corner.
Splash that!
Read it.
I just got whacked. Cool. There's another door out here. Oh, it's locked. Did I have a key?
Hey, Meanie66. Nice to find you up after getting home from some work.
Yeah, again, Pete, it's probably a bit small from where we're sitting now, but I found myself quite often playing just off that map.
Yeah, I am looking at it. I'm going
Yeah.
to blue
You've said that
doors.
3 times. Are you boasting? You are.
No.
You are just a little bit, aren't you?
I'm worried Pete's lost.
I'm going to blue doors. Gus is the worst backseat gamer
I really
of
am.
all.
I will be in
cannot
every one
handle
of
it.
these.
Notice how I've just let Pete do his thing.
We've
We've been here.
That was the same gun.
It's a different gun.
No, it's the same gun. Shockstream.
Yeah.
Shockstream. Shockstream.
Okay.
Learn how to read quicker.
Yeah, that's true. Read a map.
I'm going to splash dash these guys.
Do it. Splash that dash.
Get splash dashed.
Tart. Nice.
Oh god, you splashed. You
I
splashed.
splashed you
Double splash.
Splash dash.
No splashing, just dashing.
Okay.
Still on the edge. Oh my god. Not good health. Run the room for health now, I'd say, Pete.
Run the room?
Like, is there any health you haven't picked up yet? Oh god, there is.
I'll run around this area.
Yeah, I don't see any.
No.
Alright, get those
You got it. You got it. You got it. Just do killing.
Just going to splash dash.
Splash dash that pillar. That's a load-bearing pillar, you monster. Oh. Yeah. Well done. Getting up in the grill.
I mean, but this is the time. This is the time
To experiment.
Yeah, because
It's like that
when you're
college
45
video
minutes
game.
into one run, when you're 45 minutes into one run, that is not the time to be like, I wonder what happens when this tentacle thing sucks me up into its mouth.
That is college.
Is that thing bad?
No, but you got one last guy just up there. Yeah. Oh dear. We believe in you, Pete, since Coastal City. Vegabus thinks it looks sick. It's particles and, like, there's a lot to look at. Oh, just use your gun, man.
Why use a gun when you got splash dash? It's OP. There's a key. Alright. You reckon I should get this gun, Gus?
God damn it.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm so here for this relationship.
Sass.
This is why I love date night.
Boys' night.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Let me bring up the map.
Left hand. Yeah.
Yep. It was that door there.
That's good.
It was that door there.
Was there a locked one you were getting?
Yeah, this
That's
one
back
is
here.
locked
Yeah,
on,
nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun to run around.
Yeah.
Not in real life, but in the...
No. I would never run in real life.
No.
Given the option.
All syntax. Returnal to Gus's anxiety.
Yeah, put your face in that.
Face it. Oh god,
I'm just bad.
This is green. Green is bad, Nick. Run.
Oh, yeah, no, don't!
Help.
She did just power down.
Augments are a way to increase your stats during a cycle. They're instantly replied to relevant stat.
Augment, so that's just where she sticks the arm in the thing. And
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, you haven't done that?
No.
Really?
I've laid down in the bed. Like the...
The revitalization chamber.
Jesus, jump.
I can't.
Pick it up. Get out of there. Oh my god.
I came out
Is it worth it?
a little bit ahead of when I was.
Yeah.
Tiniest amount.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I lost 1,000, but I made 1,001.
Let me check where we haven't been, because this is all grey now. This is all grey.
That's true.
Back here. Back through the gun room. We might get a chance to swap guns again.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, you stick your arm in the thing, and that's where she gets, basically, it's a full-on alien parasite upgrade.
I have had that.
And then it's always like, extra 10%,
I was looking at the
whatever.
minimap. Never look at the minimap.
Yeah, so a cool thing about the design of the game is that she gets covered in mud and dust and gross alien blood and everything as you do your runs, compared to you do forget when you restart the cycle, you're all in clean spacesuits. And at one point, I had a shotgun growing on my arm, 2 parasites on me. I was like, she doesn't need to live.
But then at one point I picked up something that made all the parasites drop off me. I was like, no, my friends.
These are 3
So-
malignant containers.
Yeah, and cleansing with ether, that's a currency that I might want to save for a really good run,
Totally,
right?
totally.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm onto a winner.
So ether travels with you between deaths.
Deaths, yeah.
And there's something. So I don't know what it does yet. There's something in the same room as your ship is that takes 3 ether, and when you do it, it unlocks something, and then it asks for another 3 ether. So I think from what I can tell, and the way that
might
feels,
be
it upgrades something within. It might give you better chances at higher weapon rolls or something.
Yeah.
So I've never
Also
used.
update your ship first before you update this, is what you're saying?
Update the thing in the room of the ship. I've always just taken the roll on the malignancy with these, because I've gone ether seems more powerful for potentially permanent upgrades rather than this one chest or something. Yeah.
Do my function. What did you get?
Undiscovered. Hold to scan.
But I got alt fire cooldown increased by 10 seconds.
So that's a consumable.
Anti-energy pulse.
That's good. I've used that before. You want to pop it right when everyone.
Oh, so use once.
Go back, get another chest, mate. There's 3 more chests. You want to pop it right now?
We're experimenting.
Peter is someone who is a man of popping.
Oh, can't make that jump. Do I still have the full damage on?
I don't know, mate.
Nah, I suffer damage on overload.
Oh, it's
I
so
died.
funny because in real life you're so anal retentive, and then in video games and D&D you're an agent of chaos,
Yeah.
and it is just so unpredictable. Oh wow!
You want to pop it right now?
So I did think that I would be able to use it.
Oh,
I just wanted to check it out.
shit.
That looks like a lot of bullets.
You know what would have come in handy right now?
Yeah,
That thing that turns all bullets into money.
Is that what it does?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So it turns all enemy projectiles into cash.
Holy.
But no, we wouldn't want that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he just
Can you
made
die
it.
from full damage?
Does he have an extra little buff though?
No.
No. But he's got a stacked health?
He's got no. That's the upgrade. Oh.
Ba-bow.
Back in the ship.
Back in the ship.
Clean that armor up.
We were going to play for an hour. I was thinking we might play for like another 10 minutes.
Sure.
We could do some of the chat that we were going to do, not the not the thing we planned earlier, but just like the cas chat now while this is going on.
Yeah, sure.
He's having fun and they're having fun and they feel like another
Okay,
10
cool.
minutes this.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, totally.
Really want to work.
Yeah, totally. I was going hard because I was like, I figured
gonna
we were
die.
going to wrap
That's
it up.
fine, but you
I
can
can do another little life.
Just have a little run through and just see what happens.
Mate,
Yeah.
so you were getting in the groove.
But what I was going to say, something that I really loved, and we did touch on it. I really love the map, and I just wanted to talk about it a bit more because it reminds me of like we mentioned Doom, Fallen Order, Fallen.
Yes, yeah, that
but
was
I hated that map. I found that map really difficult to read.
I didn't
like
use it very often, but it was a good layout of one that you can't shoot that thing.
But I love this because of the way that it's basically it's basically updating itself as you go, which I find incredibly helpful. And I do wish that more games had that kind of thing incorporated in it, where it's like it just takes the pointless time wasting and thinking out of something when it's like, oh, what direction do I need to go back in? Have I been to this room? That's not, for me, that's never fun in a game. It's like, I only, like, that's not adding to gameplay. That's just like obfuscating information.
Is it a clicker thumbstick, Pete? Might be left, might be right. You can do a scan, which I'm not entirely sure. But
That was right thumbstick.
that's right. I did
Left
find
thumbstick is sprint.
that early on really helped me just work out the pathfinding in terms of the layout. Because if you do look at the game,
It's
and the
cool,
graphics-
like little topographical.
Well, that's the thing that helped
of the
me.
ground,
Like at the beginning, I was really enjoying how everything looked, but I was finding myself getting a little stuck from time to time. You
goodness.
can't shoot through that yet, Pete.
I can try.
No, you can't.
Yeah, but
and
I can
so
try.
You can try.
I found a combination of using that that pulse
No,
and
you
also
can't.
like a glance at the map would just help me go, oh, I'm looking off into like art direction, not the right direction occasionally. Ooh. Did you do it? I didn't have time to read.
Did you do it? Did you swap?
I think so.
Because I was looking at these maps going, this looks stunning, this all looks really like I could go in a multitude of directions, and then glancing at the map goes, actually, it only funnels you this way.
Yeah.
So I would then be able to very easily focus my attention and where enemies, oh god, and everything else was coming from, which is something you learn after a few rounds, I think, because at the beginning, like even Pete was doing, he was sort of walking into bits of the level design and stuff that weren't actually the direction you're meant to be going.
Yeah.
Did you find any of that at the start?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, for sure. But my tip, which I've been meaning to say, it could be something good for you.
Sure.
From hearing the way that you play.
It's entrapment.
The tip that I use is I basically just look at the map when I run, and that's how I navigate my way through the level.
Oh,
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
just run using the map.
Is that my tip?
Yeah, are you
I know.
seriously not getting
You
this?
said
I
it.
was
You said it
eyeing.
14 times.
But I was also, there was like red lasers everywhere, and I'm glad you took my tip.
Oh god.
My second version of that was that I glanced down at it to just get the layout of a room.
That's even more arrogant. You're saying that you could scope out an entire facility with one look.
Yeah, even a cursory glance.
That's like Rain Man style.
Yeah,
Majesty.
I dusted Hoffman my way
Yeah.
through the map. There he is. Rook 287, the Fallen Order map was balls. I remember thinking it looked cool. I don't think I actually...
It was just
It was the difference between the levels.
the
was
level,
Jesus.
that was the thing that was really difficult to read. Whereas this is, I find I'm always very certain as to where something is in relation to height and that sort of thing.
Lucas Horatio, favorite part of the two bosses that they've come across so far, their wild fights. We'll obviously get to that in the chat and stuff. I've not beaten that first boss.
Yeah.
Because I've enjoyed trying to get a perfect run up to it, because I know it's only going to get harder beyond that. You have?
Yes.
And you have also, therefore, seen that something that's often sort of touted is that boss will die for good. Is that right?
So I don't know yet because I haven't gone back
Oh, shit.
to that part.
Okay,
so
right.
like he's dead.
Yeah.
And I don't know getting back there. I'm fairly certain though, and someone in the chat might be able to emphasize. I think it is because it otherwise.
Getting in the green bed.
Oh yeah, this is a little Healy sleepy bed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how Nick was having trouble sleeping in a helmet? Try sleeping on a granite slab. That'll
true.
really help you out.
Oh, summon the orb.
Yeah. Green. Yeah, because it's about getting back to that gets you getting back to that room, gets you to the next biome, and if you had to beat the boss with the pea shooter that you have at the beginning of the game, then you would have to grind the whole first level.
Jake Harris, correct. Bosses are dead.
There you go. Bosses are dead.
Good. Because they do really get me in Hades every time. Like, it's nice to get to a boss fight.
Totally.
I now know this one, but I'm like, I get bored of them eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that I had been thinking about. So I sort of said that the
Oh my god, that still makes me jump.
we have been talking about how chat's been bringing up a lot something like Hades or Binding of Isaac.
Yep.
As being these sort of roguelikes where you do. But what I found with this is it seems to be less about. It's more about. I wouldn't say the narrative, but I would say the exploration to get to the next area than traditional gameplay in a roguelike where I think of something like Hades, but particularly Binding of Isaac. It's about how am I going to vary up what I have to make this run really different than the last one I've had.
Sure.
I haven't had too many things in Returnal where it's necessarily made my run drastically different. But it's been about making that progression to get to the boss. So in that respect, I actually think that the closer comp is Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Because it's about running through a whole level to get to a boss fight, unlocking some shortcuts to get there along the way,
With
and then
chances of actually carrying the best stuff towards it being health,
Totally.
souls, and it's getting
and
really
then
good runs.
Yeah, and then taking down that boss, clearing that boss, and then you
That
don't
boss
need to
is
worry
gone
about that
and you
boss
can-
anymore. Yeah, but it's not about like what crazy loadout am I going to have, because the loadouts I think are really effective for this, but it's
one back there, Pete.
I think I walked over it,
No, it's still on the map. So if you go straight,
but I thought that was not a pickup one. It was a
6 ether to cleanse.
That's-
Opens. Oh, so this is the key.
Key.
Yeah, take
Do I
it.
need it?
Take
Take
it.
it.
Take it. Good man. Now all you do is
use a
lose
consumable.
Oblites when suffering damage, but you'll get rid of that as soon as you use a consumable.
and remember when to use a consumable, pop it only.
It's done.
He's done it already.
I did it before you.
Yeah,
even started
that was
saying
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I wanted to help.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't know what I did.
You don't like Gus's backseat gaming where he's like,
He
hey,
literally
do this,
grabbed your
and
controller.
I reached across the controller just
Don't
hit the
care.
button.
Don't care.
Thank
you.
Yeah, but that's but I do
You just
think
keep bringing up the map. Have you seen the map?
in the map.
because yeah, I think that
That's a good comparison.
and the fact that I think that this game is weirdly going to backdoor a lot of people into playing roguelites and bullet hell, because they're going to look at it and be like, oh, it's a third-person shooter game on my new console, I'll pick that up, and then they're going to be like, oh, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I assume most people watching here have played something like that, but for people who are just like, hey, I bought this because like FIFA looks way better on it, then this is going to be a game that's going to potentially introduce them to a very different kind of genre.
I've not got the oobs.
You don't have
hasn't
the
got the
oops.
ooblets. And a good point you bring up there is that like often a lot of those examples we were bringing up that are somewhat comparable are drastically unique in their sort of art style, or like Binding of Isaac as an example.
Yeah.
It's a very strange looking game. Hades, again, very unique sort of art style. While you might say this has to be more traditional based on the fact that it is a 3D sci-fi game, it still has a really beautiful art style, a really cool sort of design to it all. But from screenshots, you would say, oh, this looks like a more approachable game, or I've played similar things. So you're right. It's like the thing that might have kept a lot of people from playing this style of game is just looking at a screenshot and going, that looks nothing like anything I've ever played.
Top down is a massive.
Totally.
That's a completely different kind of
Your top-down
gameplay.
infant in basement.
covered in shit. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Crying for because its mother trapped it down there, and then God is trying to kill it.
That all
like
genre.
that. Yeah, that genre doesn't always gel with the FIFA crowd.
It's Tree Boys.
I don't know what your consumable is, Pete, but is it just... Oh, that's just get health, isn't it?
To increase
repair efficiency, I think. Yeah.
Which I don't know what that is,
right.
but I've got
Yeah,
it.
so again, I think we should hammer home that it's like, by no means will this game trick people into playing a genre they're not familiar with. but it is a genre that we spend a lot of our time trying to talk people into playing
Totally.
because it is such a satisfying gameplay loop.
I'm seeing in chat, Jake Tarras says, I still don't have it, usually not my kind of game, but so excited to play something new like this. Jake, do you have a PS5? Because it is only available on PS5 right now, is one. And Mini Nick redeemed that
I got
code.
this.
A goober.
This is cool.
Yes. What? Gus. Not Gus, the other one.
The other one. No, I don't want it. This, look, if you look at it on...
Oh, that's a big ball.
Good.
I think this is a shoddy.
Get it in, you get it in square.
Get in and swear. What?
Like, yeah, reticle. Fire. Nice. Splatter.
Jake says, yeah, I have a PS5. Can't wait to get it. Jake, if you send me a DM on Twitch right now, I'll just give you a copy of the game. How does that sound? You just got a copy of Returnal.
By being polite, contributing to the chat.
Yeah, catching my eye, but not in an obnoxious way.
Hey, did
so there
Jake
you go.
Harris say, yeah, the bosses die for good? Doesn't that come with some implied knowledge of the game? Have you already got this game?
Maybe Jake's just done a lot of research about
That's
it.
a good point. Probably watch reviews, that sort
Seems
of thing.
docile. There's never docile. Don't touch a bug.
Don't touch a bug.
Is that the punch? Is this the melee?
It's
gonna make my bicep huge?
Is it? I can't remember how I got the... No, it's not. It's not a punch. How did you get the melee thing? I don't remember.
It's a bit later on.
It is? Yeah, because it's not a punch.
My suit.
It's a sword.
Lord Phoenix is getting onto the whole thing. They're like, I'll have the game, but I don't have a PS5. So can I have a PS5?
yeah, totally. No, it only worked for Jake Harris, who says, "Oh my gosh, what? Yeah, I can't wait. No, I watch guys play.
Well, now laugh your way to the bank with a copy of Returnal.
You don't need to go to the bank.
No,
You get
laugh
the
your
copy of
way
Returnal.
to the redeem code tab on the PS5 store, and that's how you will get a copy of Returnal. You haven't
Assumed
seen
it's just an expression, right? You don't have to go to the bank. I mean, the bank is.
This guy's never had to worry about money. He doesn't even
true.
know what a bank is.
Yeah.
All his money's in gold bullion.
Yeah, I was gonna say bank. He banks it at the no, shut up at the
the bit.
what's it? What are they normally called? I'll just say First United.
Jesus, hang on. Pete, you should.
He banks at the First United Daddy. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
Jesus,
great,
it
no
wasn't
time
even
for it.
worth
How
it.
do I heal? The door's locked.
I don't know. Just use your consumable for the sake of it.
I don't know how to use it.
L1.
I use that. There's heal. I've got health kits.
Oh, yeah, you don't have
in
that
my
anymore.
thing.
You got it.
There's health around you, so not that.
But what are my health kits doing?
Who cares? Look on the map. Have you used the map before?
Yes.
So my tip here would just be only look at the map.
Yeah, grab that.
No, don't get it. You got it. Press it on. Yeah. No, I'm just. Well, of course he's gonna get it.
Oh my God.
Why would you say grab that?
Because he didn't.
Okay, good.
So the. Oh shit!
Fall down there.
Good
Away.
save.
Get away.
Oh,
Oh, hits the bank with the ooze.
Oh, they are to be looked at and collected.
Oh, deposit, please. Oh, they're disappearing.
Yeah, this room
a
disappears,
bonus
so
room.
you want to get as many.
Don't
as you
rush
can
back
for the
out.
amount of
Focus,
time.
Pete.
Okay, so I've got on my health bar. I've got a health bar,
Oh,
and
right.
then next to it I've got two things which I thought were
Get a drop of
consumable.
Well, I will tell you about that tip in our next segment, in our tip segment.
Can I heal myself with?
No.
Wait for a
I
tip.
don't believe you.
No, you can't. No, I promise you can't. Jake, I just sent you a DM
Those
on
are
Twitch
resins.
with the code
Run.
to the game.
Shoot him.
Look at the map.
Oh, big boy!
He's a slammer.
Get him.
He's a close range slammer.
He's
so
a
just-
slammer. Gus, he's a man of slam.
He's a slammer. You'll see him.
He's a man of slamming.
You'll see him on the map.
Pete, go back. That tentacle would be good. Use that one you ran past. Go back to it.
He's a slammer. That tentacle would be good.
If you go back to that tentacle,
Nice.
there was a health kit up that it would pull you up to.
Oh yeah, no. This is actually the one time that Gus should be listened to.
The Gus should be listened to.
Oh,
lordy.
baby!
That one.
Up there.
So there's a.
Don't waste too much time looking at it. That one, and turn around and zip up to that level.
Yeah.
Yep, there.
Back.
There it is. Ah!
Oh shit!
Oh, he's not that strong. I mean,
You
he
can
hits.
stagger him. He staggers well. Oh my god. If you catch him with that little blinking red one around his head, the kill.
Go for the kill, Pete. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, he's out of.
Yeah, I'm
ulti.
reloading.
Use an ulti.
I don't have. What's an ulti?
Alt fire, he means,
Alt
not
fire.
ulti.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Oh, that's probably a very good gun he just dropped as well. So if you make it,
Can I swap?
yes, yeah, it's a machine gun. It's a machine gun.
Bam, 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 bam. Watch those.
Dodge.
Yep.
Dodge it, Rooney. Oh.
Yeah. Splash.
No splash.
No, last run. That was last run. Oh, that was huge.
man.
Wait, there's still something in here. That door's still locked.
That's a red door. Isn't that that's a challenge?
That's big.
Oh, it is. It is. Okay.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, when I'm standing on top of this gun, I have a level 1 carbine because my weapon proficiency was already at level 1.
Yeah.
So it dropped at level 1. If I'd been level 2, it would have dropped at my level.
Yeah.
Potentially, and then it's more.
It would definitely would
it's
have
more
dropped your
power-
level and
more
potentially
powerful.
would have dropped higher, I believe.
Yeah, sick.
I think so.
That's cool.
Yeah. That moment when you got the health and then he slammed up
Yeah,
was my favorite moment of the night.
Bit of heals around. Oh, that was full health.
Oh shit! It was too.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, this run isn't anytime soon.
And celebrate with purple flowers.
Yes.
Imagine if you splashed and dashed.
I know.
Now you.
But I merely dash.
Oh, this is a good. Look at all these good quality pickups as well.
So I still thought that some of those, maybe it's the ones you have to actually scan to pick up. They're ooze.
Yeah, these are yellow is ooze.
I could have sworn yellow was also.
Weapon proficiency.
Yeah, I think you can pick up yellow drop sometimes. You have to
Maybe.
scan and pick up. It goes like a broken piece of something.
So now,
Oh yeah.
Weapon proficiency.
Yeah.
now I'm in a
why
scenario
they're
where I might want to
redeemable.
go back to the room with the purchasable items, like the shop. basically.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
where I might
yep.
use a teleporter
Yep,
to go back.
yes,
somewhere.
totally.
Yep, he's learning. He's learning.
That was such a good pickup. Like, oftentimes those... at first, my first few runs to this, I thought purple only dropped malignant things because it's all I ever got. But there
Yeah.
was so much... There was so many oops.
Some minute oops. Well, that
I think
looks
I'm
healthy. A lethargical
Alt
gold
fire
tail.
cooldown increased.
by 5 seconds. That's pretty good.
Oh, this has got the shockwave as
Love
well. I
that
love
one.
the shockwave.
That one works as a panic ultimate because it just means everyone swarms you and you just hit the electricity bolt and suddenly everyone just goes into like slow motion dying.
Ruthless Barbarian says, first time watching this stream. It's
Hey!
been fun so far. Welcome, Ruthless
How you
Barbarian.
doing?
Hey, Ruthless. Question.
Where you been? Where you at?
Not bad.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a PS5? That's what I... Because I'm not above buying the
Someone a
allegiance of... They've just found our channel.
I thought you said I'm not above buying a PS5. I was like,
I'm
whoa,
gonna buy you a PS5.
whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yes.
Should we do it? Ruthless. Well, we don't need to because Ruthless says
Already has
he
one.
does. Ruthless, you should just check the DMs in your Twitch right now because you got a copy of the game. Bam. That's how it works. You come to the way that Twitch legally should work is every time you watch a channel, they give you a copy
Free game.
of a new AAA title.
You turned up and got a copy of Returnal. We only ask that you Returnal back to this stream occasionally,
There you
or
go.
this Twitch,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
time to time.
We
Take it, eh?
Now you've lost him. You've lost him.
He's gone. He's got his game and he left.
We only stream 4 to 5 times a week. It's not that big a time commitment.
That is true. Hi, I'm new here, says Avexia. Get out of here.
Get up. This is the house
Oh,
from the trailer.
yeah, interesting.
Hell
What's going to
yeah.
happen here?
I don't know. Am I going to die in here?
Probably.
Abandoned home.
Imagine dying from like
Living my memories in that
there's leaky pipes in here and a floor collapses on you.
I did that thing I always do where Ruthless Barbarian's name I looked at and went like, he's already got one. Assuming that Barbarian, is there a female Barbarian? Or is that, am I getting that wrong? Is Barbarian male and
I
there's
don't think so.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's like a class. It's like
Yeah,
mage.
right. I just assumed the male is a barbarian. There's a barbarian-S or something. Which I'm
Barbaria.
wrong in getting.
There's Barbarella.
So apologies.
Yeah,
if I
you're thinking Barbarella.
of course. Apologies by just like slapping a gender on barbarian.
Girlpoke. Hi, I'm new to this thing called Twitch. Liar.
We track all your names. We have a big
We
list
know.
and we remember them every morning.
You shouldn't have been so kind and said you look great in purple, Peter.
That was
'Cause now we know.
That was my name is Jaya.
Oh, but also Girlpoke. Mate,
I see.
I'm keeping track.
I read maps and I don't look at video games. I look great in purple. Where's my love? My thing is maybe you're not normal sized anymore.
I can't get in here.
Yes, because you don't have the key to this house.
Yep. I mean, you've got a high-powered alien weapon, but you
just
don't have a
gotta-
key.
Yeah, what do you expect?
That's the most normal thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
so just keep following.
It's absurdly normal.
Continue on.
Yeah,
I've been collecting keys from alien
to fit
butts.
into large granite doors.
Yeah, but this is one of those.
And this is just
Yeah, one of those old-fashioned
door
ones
and see
that's
if
like
there's a key.
he's right with the two hooks and the long stem on it. Not one of those like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one that you. It's one that.
Arguably, they're really easy to break into.
That looks like a-
Totally. It's one that a headmaster would have around her necklace when she put you in a.
Nothing good is going to come out
And
of that.
it's
thing.
asleep, and you need to get a ruler.
Totally,
Get like,
yes.
It's just waking up. Ruthless Barbarian saying big Diablo 2 fans, obviously, yeah, the class.
Yeah, good.
Being Barbarian there.
Yeah.
You played Diablo Mobile? Mobile?
It's only on.
Android and
Android
it's a closed
and-
beta, so
yeah.
you need to basically be.
Oh, that's
they
a good one.
sorry, Barbarian. They only give it to people who look good in purple. Now I'm gonna do
It's
something
getting good.
I'm gonna do
I'm
something
just
a
getting
little.
used to like.
Yeah,
It's fun
totally.
it's fun to experiment at the start, but
Yeah.
I'm getting used to how things work.
Totally.
Spitmore Blaster.
So this one has more bonus damage, which oh, hang on. Yeah,
And-
which bonus damage apparently is probably the best stat.
Yeah, okay.
I have.
Oh, Ninja Pirate.
Ninja Pyro, thank you for
Oh,
all those
thanks.
gifted subs. Oh my
Very
goodness,
much.
thank you so much. Come on.
Oh, hello.
A big point though, Pete, is obviously like, oh, well, you know, haven't done it in a while. Hype train, everyone.
Excellent.
Hey.
Is that obviously though, if that was a better, so you grab that, you fall through. If
Yep.
that was a better statted weapon, but you didn't like the fire type, I reckon knowing and controlling the fire type of gun
100%.
is such a better perk than having.
Isn't that like, that's my guiding principle in all games. You know how it's like the best camera is the one you have with you? It's the best gun in a game is the one that you're most comfortable with.
Totally. The best alien hybrid weapon is the one you have on.
It's true. What's that?
Is that the sword? Am I going to pull that from the stone? No. It's a door key.
It's adrenaline stimulants. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. So this is like, I know this is a sponsored stream. I want to separate what I'm about to say from the sponsored streamness of it, because otherwise it's just too.
Sony, block your ears.
Sony, block your ears. But the Pulse headset with this game is actually very good.
Oh right, yeah.
So the 3D like.
I think you
audio
say the
thing-
counter, the like their competition is.
No. So I have the Pulse 3D headset.
You didn't get to
and-
kill him.
Yeah, I felt bad, but I got adrenaline.
This guy.
No, mystery.
You know, there's a room when one of them spawns, you kill it, and then another one spawns.
I have
I'm
no
wondering
idea.
what's going on with that. The 3D headset, the audio in that is amazing.
Yeah, right.
So good that when I was playing this game, stopped listening to the podcast I was listening to and just went full audio. And I never do that.
That's a angry tree.
That really was. I think it's
Oh,
the
it's in the
spotlights hit you.
Spotlights.
Yeah, similarly, and again,
It's over ear made muse. Oh, on ear or no? It's on ear. It's on ear.
yeah. Similarly, again, I'm a real fan of the DualSense controller, and like every time it has a gimmick, I love it. It's like, I know you find it difficult, and Pete's.
No, I love it. What are you talking
He
about?
loves it.
It's my favorite.
You love it, but sorry, I'm saying you find it like.
Oh, just that.
like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
this
thing,
one.
Yeah.
The one thing.
Yeah.
The one thing.
Yeah, I want them to run into the ground in terms of putting it into every game and
Oh, totally.
how they use it. But this one in particular just feels and sounds ridiculous. I forgot how loud the speaker on that is.
Yeah, it's legit. And there's tons of stuff comes out of. Glowing Might says Angry Tree.
That's a level 3 Spitmore Blaster.
Get it.
With 2 bonus damage? Oh, yeah. So that is still a shoddy though.
Yeah, but it's like has tons of
Were there 2 more chests that you didn't pick up?
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah.
check your map?
Where is it? Glowing Might says Angry Tree. Is this a new Harry Potter? Now, sure. I wanted to. Oh,
No time to read. No time to read. It's a Peter playthrough.
but this is a level. Is this level 3 or level 1?
That's a level
3 as
3
well.
the carbine.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Hey, Coastal City.
Thank you,
so
Coastal
much.
City. Oh, making it rain, which is appropriate because you've got
yeah.
a water-related name. I saw an ad today for. Sometimes
I'm sorry, that was like the laziest
And he
thing.
moved on straight
And
away.
You even didn't say it with the normal gusto that you put into things. Because of rain.
As it was coming out of my mouth, I knew it wasn't my best work. I'm just going to talk to you. So I saw an, shut up. I saw
No,
an
no, no,
ad-
I
I'm
saw
just
that.
trying to say one goddamn story that is not that interesting. It's now not worth saying because we've hyped it up too much.
Hey, Addy1780, first time on Boys and found a first follow. Thanks very much.
And your name
What
is
was
like
that?
rain.
What did they say? Thanks.
Addy or Ad1780?
What did they say?
Just saying
First
similar-
time on Boys, and I found my first follow.
Which I assume means
Is that Addy? Do you have a PS5? So the point is that I saw an ad.
Microtext has made a new account.
Yeah, if it is, that's so bullshit.
You saw an ad?
I saw an ad for a streaming service that was advertising
Yes.
that they have all the. You have a PS5?
Yeah.
Do you want a copy of the game? That they were advertising that they had the Harry Potter movies. And the way they phrased it was every Harry Potter movie ever made. And I'm like, I don't know if a series of 7 films qualifies for
It's not
ever
Bond.
made
Ever
status.
made?
Yeah.
Yeah, like exactly.
Bond is like an anthology thing. That's reserved for anthology. And also, Harry Potter is one story.
Totally.
Like,
but it's-
you have to have every
You can't
movie
have-
ever made
you
because
can't
they
have
don't exist
one
in
for
isolation.
Pete, focus on the boss fight. Ad1780, welcome. Thanks. Nice to have you here. You got a copy of Returnal. Congratulations for turning up and for joining as well. It's got a PS5.
Oh,
Now
he's
it's
a big butter boomer.
There you go. That's how it works.
Okay.
Send
the code.
Man. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Careful.
Listen, I haven't sent it yet. So how about some actual manners?
That's
please?
almost revoking code.
Yeah.
Close.
You're gonna have
You did-
to. You're gonna have to make it up to it.
They did see us talking like very distracted. I was like, hey, they're gonna miss it. They're gonna miss it. They're gonna miss it.
That's true. That's true.
One polite message and love you. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. There you go.
We're easy to.
All right, you fixed it. Just like that, you fixed
Pete,
it.
what did you kill?
A big dude.
I haven't run into that big dude yet. Good stuff. Lockdown
Seems
lifted.
easy.
If only it was that easy in Melbourne.
Oh, I get it.
There we go.
Yeah. Sure. That's enough time
cool.
passed.
You are from Melbourne. Oh no, the big butter bomb!
What was that?
That's the
Non-genuine.
No, not at all.
I can get there. Remember when we were like, we should
very
call
much.
it, and now I'm on.
Coastal City. Oh, make it a rain,
come
which is
on.
appropriate because you have a water-based name.
Also, I love everyone in Melbourne. You did so well. I love you guys.
All right. So I am level 5. Level 5. What was level 5? Vexia just screen. No, Coastal City. Just, oh, level 5.
Hype train.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I thought we were talking about weapon proficiency. It's like, oh my god, Pete's doing so well.
5 weapon proficiency and hype train.
Fabricates item that. Okay, so this is just a random item that looks like an orb.
Yeah, mate.
Just that for a sec.
Yep. Yeah, mate.
Give me one of those. When should I die?
Anytime.
Are you ready for me to die?
You're doing too well.
You actually are.
Just skip to the boss.
How do I get to the boss?
Just follow the unopened doors. Go left.
Yep. What if I beat the boss first go?
What if you do? I'll be so proud.
Is this it?
No. So, okay, now go back.
Appears to be another teleportation
I gotta get this thing
device.
right.
Oh, yes, you do, because...
Discovered a broken automaton. Clutching.
Do you need this to get to the boss?
no,
digital
but...
tool?
Oh, wait, is this the key or is this the... Is this the key or is this the...
That's a lightsaber.
The sword. It's the sword.
Appears safe to
Look at that.
Got it.
Swing. That's in melee.
How good is that? Like extending? Like, what is this? Oh god.
weapon.
Oh yeah. I love swords.
Adding to equipment for immediate use.
It's good. It's pretty much an insta kill. Good. Golly, the hype train's just going up and up and up. It's pretty much an insta kill for all those first mob enemies. Those little blue crazy hair guys.
Yeah, you wipe
And-
those guys out straight away, and
It cuts through.
cuts through
yeah,
the red
better
stuff
believe it.
and collect
Big chunks.
Yep.
Oh, you
Get
have to pick them up.
chunks.
No, it just collects.
And it's also when you face up against big enemies, you totally want to get up in their grill and hit them because it just gives tons of stagger to them.
Yeah,
and
okay.
just makes them like those trees. It's like 3 or 4 hits and they're down completely.
Yeah, nice.
So let's just check your map for a second.
I was just gonna go.
Oh yeah,
but yes,
please.
I
Yeah,
will.
do.
Nocturnal
Sorry, this
Fallout
is-
asking how long is this game?
So you want to go back
To that red door?
Yep, to that red door.
There you go.
How far
Does he
back
have the
is that?
key?
Can I can teleport to near there.
You can.
Should be able to.
So let me go
Um,
find a teleporter that's nearby.
Does he have the key? Did he pick up the key?
I missed that.
I didn't get a house key.
No, not the house key. There's a special key to get through that main. We'll see. Yeah.
But Nocturnal Fallout asking how long is this game? I think surprisingly, like it's a difficult one to measure. Obviously, it's a difficult game, so it'll be down to like how
Totally.
good you get at the game. But also, from all accounts, how good is that effect? You basically turn into the PlayStation 5 ad. With balls.
The balls.
I have heard that the game, in terms of completing the initial run, could be anywhere from sort of like 8 to 15 hours or something.
Yeah.
Like, could be below that, so I guess you could call that short. But from all accounts, I think then there's a huge amount of... Watch the spotlight speed.
Yeah.
There's a huge amount of replayability in terms of there's a heap of mysteries that you've got to work out. That there's heaps of artifacts and things. So I think it's one of those ones that like finishing the story at the beginning just kind of opens up a heap more that you can do.
Yeah.
So even trickier to try and... melee on these guys, if they charge you 2 feet, is a really helpful little thing to put up your sleeve.
Nice.
Oh, it's getting spicy.
Nice. He's good. Now, do you have the key?
No, I need
So-
the Antanamama.
Well, this might. Well, maybe we. Do you want to leave,
leave it here?
That's not
Because
bad.
then we don't need to spoil the boss fight.
Yeah.
So basically, from here, you would go follow the beacon, get the key, come back here, first boss fight, and then when you die, this door will be unlocked.
Yeah.
You basically just charge your way through the first level with your crappy little pistol to this gate, go through, and on the other side, there's a pickup that will bump your level proficiency to 5, so the next gun you find will be level appropriate for biome number 2.
Yeah.
And then that's basically how you continue to just like skip through levels as you keep taking down bosses.
It's a good way to
Clever.
handle it. 'Cause,
Clever.
the grind always does become grindy eventually, so...
The grind becomes grindy.
grind.
Never a truer word has been spoken. We've just watched a lot of excellent gameplay, might I say.
Thank you very much.
You got good.
It feels good. There's nothing too tricky to it from a like how to play the game. Obviously, it's just learning a lot of systems and it feels fun to learn the systems because everything works the way you feel it should. So
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
very intuitive as a shooter. So yeah, looking forward to digging into that a bit more.
But we did have a couple of tips on how to, I guess, like maximize your gameplay, little things that we learned after a few hours that I would say are not necessarily the kind of thing where you go like, oh, I'm so glad I discovered that, and more like, oh, damn, I wish I read that tooltip properly.
Well, that because I wish I'd been in Pete's position of having 2 people that at least could while yelling next to you.
Yeah, it was great having someone say, "Have you looked at the map?"
Yeah, and someone else
Wouldn't
reach
even look
over
at the map.
and use your consumable.
It is kind of helpful to have some people who've played it at least to give you some tips. Again, tips is not really the right word as Nick put it. More to do with just I totally missed that on my first.
Yeah.
Just flew by because there is a lot of information the game throws at you early on.
And also, I just want to shout out to Not Avexia, who says, hey, I'm new here and digging the stream. You guys are my
Lovely
first
community.
Twitch follow.
Oh wow!
I mean, even if it was true that one of these people has been, everyone deserves. No one doesn't deserve a code.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, but it's just yeah.
Oh, it can't be Avexia because Avexia is still logged in as Avexia. There's
my
no
God.
possible way.
No,
for
there's
them to
no
be logged in on 2 different.
It is incognito.
a bull.
A bull. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get into these Returnal tips very quickly. Gus, can I take the first one?
Sure, go for it.
My first tip for you when you're playing Returnal is stacks of health. That's what you want. You want to get stacks on stacks. So the question that you asked,
Yes.
when you said so you got the health bar down the bottom,
Yep.
and then there's 3 little pips kind of stacked next to it, hamburgered next to it. Then you asked whether those are consumables. So what it took me ages to figure out is that when you pick up health, it heals you. But if you're at maximum health and you pick up health, that health turns into resin. You then get 3 pips of resin, and on the 3rd one, you upgrade your health bar to have more maximum health. So I had initially been
Right.
playing it as running around and then picking up health to get full health. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to leave these here
I need
so
to
that
come
if I
back
go
and get
into a
'em.
fight in a different room, I can teleport back here later, load up before I go to the boss. But actually, you want to be picking them up because it will replenish, it will make your health bar bigger. And you're definitely going to want that when you hit bosses and certainly in area number 2.
Yeah, it said like, and again, it's getting your head around the terminology as well. It's like it is your integrity, which
That threw me totally
which is
at the beginning.
great.
I was
That's
like,
an
so is that-
awesome name for your health bar.
Totally.
Well, it's just suit
But-
integrity.
yeah,
So I was
totally.
like, is that different from my health? And then at the bottom, you've got a little heartbeat reader that's saying your kind of health as well. So
Which I think is your adrenaline, though. That
Yes.
seems to be the multiplier for the adrenaline. That beat down the bottom.
Yeah.
Is like how much you're pumping.
and also, like anything in these kind of games that's good at trying to encourage you to have clean, perfect runs. So obviously, the adrenaline, as we mentioned before, it's like when you get hit, that resets. But in the case of obviously trying to stack that health, you want to just, even on those like little early fights where you're brawling with stuff that you should be able to take without it getting any hits, you want to make sure that's the case. So you are stacking up all those health pickups or integrity pickups, so you do have the chance to make as much resin as possible. So
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, which is it's what a game should do. That's going to get hard. It's going to be like you need to get good at this quickly.
Yeah. Tip number 2, Gus, take it away.
Well, that feeds nicely into my other tip, which is to get good with the guns. And by that, we were talking about the weapon proficiency. And a tip I worked out early on is that what actually, as you mentioned, running ahead once you unlock that first boss area to get to the next biome, you don't really have to worry about raising that weapon integrity because you're going to get essentially...
You're going to get a drop.
You're going to get a drop there that raises. But maybe before you've got to that stage... and you run past a couple of those weapon chests like Pete saw that he didn't actually open. Oh, sorry, you had opened that one. So you had that crummy pistol that was also a 0. But if you'd run ahead and not open that chest and raised your weapon integrity just through combat and just through pickups, and you'd got your weapon integrity up past, say, 1, and you came back to that chest and opened it, you would get a better gun.
So
Well,
now that I'm up to the boss fight, I go through and win the boss fight. In future runs, I know where kind of chest rooms are going to be.
Yep.
Basically, I would go straight to the boss room. I would get the level 5 weapon, and then I would go to the other chests in the lobby area and have a bet. I would be getting level 5, potentially above, like just better loot. Yeah, sweet.
So
Let's go.
the weapon integrity is another weapon proficiency, I should say, is a tricky one. But it's worth sometimes not popping all the chests before you realize I'm fine with the weapon I'm currently running with.
Yeah.
Nicholas?
Tip number 3. Lucked out? Look up. So I don't know if you ran across... Did you see him run across these doors?
So it happens once at the start as a way to show what happens, but there was a locked door and a blinking red light that you had to shoot to open it.
Right at the beginning to open up.
Right at the start.
And so throughout the levels, there's lots of hidden... There's sort of like... crumbly looking walls that if you shoot, you go through there, you pick up something pretty powerful
have
that
like
you
a
take through.
bunch of concrete pillars and there's a chest behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, I really want to get to that.
But those ones, and there's always a chest and it's there. So the way to unlock those is you look around, there'll be something, it's generally on the ceiling hidden somewhere pretty close to that door, and you shoot it and that'll lift that gate and you can just run in and get there. It took me ages to figure that out.
But it's like if you've cleared a room, you can have a good chance to hunt around and see just a little blinking red light. You hit that, opens that, and you've got a chest.
Yeah, sweet.
Nikrotech says, I love how the game teaches you this at the beginning and everyone seems to forget it. It's totally true. And I did wonder, I was like, why did I not internalize that? I think it's because when you do it at the beginning, it's like this huge portcullis style gate that you open up. And then when you do it everywhere else, it's like this little cage and it just didn't seem like the same thing to me.
To the point that I even at one stage looked up and saw a blinking red light. And in a game where really some of the only ways to interact with things is to shoot them, I was like, why didn't I shoot it?
I would also say that, like, from just playing it, I didn't retain that information either. It's quite overwhelming at the start, getting a feel for how Celine moves around and stuff like that. And so little things like that that felt inconsequential at the time. Yeah. It was obviously a tool tip.
But it is very early to teach you something. Yeah. Like you said, you're still getting your heads around like what are the actual controls and stuff. So that's a good thing to keep an eye out for. Gus. Tip number 4.
Oh, tip number 4. Good point. Is to pick the right door. So you would have seen as Pete was running around, he found his map, which is great. And when you
where was that?
It's hidden. When you see that map and you're running around, you would have seen the doors had different shapes.
Yes, I saw some triangles and some rectangles.
So the rectangle doors are heading towards the objective. Triangle doors are side rooms or are essentially kind of like non-essential rooms, but they will often
That's
have
a nice touch.
Yeah.
they will have item drops. They will have purple flowers. They will have like they're dead ends that have items in them.
Yeah.
So like maybe if you are struggling, you could make sure you've got enough pickups, or like if you're finding a run's pretty like nude, you don't have enough guns and stuff, and you're a
See,
nude.
if you're finding the run's nude.
Yeah, if you're a nude dude without enough guns and nooblets, and
Yeah,
everything,
okay.
you're like, I need some more of that stuff. You just head through one of those triangle doors. So they actually are technically like optional. The only other ones as well are, I don't know if we saw one, but orange doors with a star above them are wave
see
mode
that.
challenge
They
rooms,
suck.
and they are really tough. You go in there, I think it's about 3 waves of enemies, and
Yeah.
they get tougher and tougher. You'll get a slammy dude. You'll get some zombie
Slammy dudes
green.
are intimidating.
You'll get 2 green tree
Don't
guys
like the
at the same
trees. The
time,
trees are still
and
the
you'll get a
scariest
bunch of
ones to me.
flappy things
Flappies I'm okay with now.
all at the same time.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, too much. Obviously, the drops at the end of them, like any wave mode kind of room, would be great. I never survived one to work it out, but don't also get near the boss run or near the end and think, ooh, maybe that has something I really need for the boss fight.
Yeah.
Go in there and get absolutely wiped. So that's kind of the guide to the doors and where you're going through the game. And obviously, as we saw, they grey out when you've either travelled through them or you've got something from that room.
Yep.
Yep.
That's cool. That's really a clever.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
tip.
Gus designed this game.
Great tip, Gus.
Yeah, I love it. It's like, oh, that's really clever game design. No. Compliment me for reading an article about the doors and
Also,
memorizing it.
Compliment me on spending like an hour writing that tipping. Pick the right door. Pick the left door. Pick the right wrong door. Okay, no, I give up.
You also need to take tip number 5, Gus, because this is yours as well.
That is true. Bigger, but not better, which we worked out when we were looking at the gun pickups. Obviously, sometimes just having a higher level or a higher tier, I guess technically, is the number of the gun, doesn't always mean it's going to be better than one you have. Sometimes the stats are rubbish on them, even though they're a higher weapon. And then also we saw there's some buffs and perks that run that are either kind of like a normal size tip, very good. So, like, it's worth reading those. And also, as we said, like, we kind of covered this. If you're really liking, say, like carbine fire, and you see a shoddy that has maybe some better passive stats and stuff, but you suck with a shoddy, like, stick with that as well. So, I found it personally on that, like, to wait a few gun drops that I did not like that were technically higher tiered or had a higher number. So, but Peter kind of worked that out anyway. So, well done.
Yeah, I did. I guess I didn't use the shotguns enough, but I do feel like, for the most part, keeping your distance is the easiest way to engage pretty much everything that I've fought so far. So the carbine was the better option.
Yeah.
Even though the shotgun was like basically one-shotting the little dudes.
But once you get the, obviously you've got the melee attack now, and you get, like, say you had a splash and a dash and splash your melee and a shoddy, like, you're charging in for those fights as well. So there's totally
love
different
the
playstyle.
splash.
Have you
That's
seen
too
that?
much.
I haven't seen it in game. I saw a video of it. Have you seen that shotgun that... Oh, no, it's a machine gun. It's a machine gun, I think. Shoots bullets and then they return to the gun.
No.
So there's a gun that shoots, the bullets return back to the gun, and you can't shoot again until the bullet goes back into the gun, and then you can shoot it out again.
Oh my God.
And so basically, it's like this machine gun that you can like dun, 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 and then wait for them to come back and dun, 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 or
And then you track between, make sure they're between where the bullets are going to come flying back.
yeah, and then it damages them on the way back.
Yeah.
Or the closer you get, the faster the bullet comes back to you.
So it just-
and so as you get right up close, it just has this insane rate of
Interesting.
fire because the bullets have such a
right.
yeah.
That's
It's very
cool.
cool.
Okay,
I
nice.
hadn't heard of something like that in the game before.
Yeah.
And then the last tip I've got, it's a bit more of a basic tip, but it's something that I found very useful. Divide and conquer. So like the game is built up around rooms. So doors open, you go in, you kill the enemies, you go into the next room. For rooms, except for those lockdown challenge rooms that Gus was talking about, there are rooms where you can go in and like, particularly the bat things, like the bird things will sort of like appear and start harassing you. If you find you're getting overwhelmed or you just need to sort of like kite and break away, if you back out through the door's automatically shut, but the enemies start coming towards the door. So you can basically just like go forward a bit, open the door up, a few will come through, run back, the door will shut, and then you can just break them up like that.
Right, okay, cool.
You can also block the bullets, obviously, coming through the door. The only one that I've come up against so far where this doesn't necessarily work is Green Tree.
Yeah.
Green Tree will just
So they
teleport.
teleport out.
Yeah.
But that actually also
Yeah, okay.
helps because you can drag them out and take them on without all the other stuff happening at the same time, because I found they in particular just very overwhelming. We saw their attack type is like a huge burst that then all homes in on you at once.
Yeah.
And then they also drop a kind of like AoE sticky that grounds you, so you can't run away.
They got a lot of health, and they've got a couple of attacks that are like
Yeah.
hard to navigate with other things.
And
around,
usually,
so.
like I haven't seen more than two
cool.
of them, but two of them plus your usual little like running around little blue dog guys and bats. It's like, no, run out of the
Yep.
room, take those guys out, and then head back in is a really good way to do it. But yeah, I think, it's the challenge rooms, and also there are the lockdown lifted, which I made a poor Melbourne joke about, is like there are other rooms that sometimes just say, no, you can't leave this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
those ones,
right.
obviously, that doesn't apply to. But
Yep.
for the rest,
Yep.
it is...
And they're like mini boss fights. Typically, they're the only rooms that lock
Yeah,
down.
totally. Yeah.
yeah.
So those are our tips for surviving the first biome of Returnal. If you are playing the game, let us know and what you think of it. But if you're not and you are planning on picking it up, then those are going to serve you very well. There are certainly some people out there who don't have the game yet, and a lot of those people are people who entered our competition. So let's announce some winners of our competition, which we called This Is Your Life Again, a Returnal competition.
Don't sue us. Whoever owns This Is Your Life.
That's still a thing.
I'm sure there'd be
UK or
there'd be a US version that's still running.
probably.
Yeah.
So anyway, so it's ours until it comes back, I guess. So we launched this competition last week, and we got a ton of amazing entries. The entry mechanic to this competition was, let me get the actual thing.
It's
here.
far less complicated than the mechanics in Returnal themselves, I think.
Absolutely. We said, tell us a story about, because the game is all about looping through your life over and over, we wanted you to tell us a story about a moment from your life you wish you could replay and how you would do it differently. Hashtag no bummers. So we didn't want any sort of sad stories.
yeah.
We wanted embarrassing stories, humiliating stories, basically any synonym for embarrassment or humiliation.
Yeah.
And you guys have no shame. So we got a lot of entries in here. So there were so many that we picked 3 winners. There is going to be an ultimate winner who will call into the show, and I believe they are sitting there.
They're on hold.
They're on hold.
really?
Good for them.
Yep.
So the two of the other winners will each win a copy of Returnal for PS5, and then the ultimate winner is going to win a copy of the game plus a back pocket mug plus the Returnal cap, which is sitting right here.
Oh, sorry.
Thing-
Are you wearing a hat?
No, I was reading. No. I was
okay.
pointing. I was
are.
implying that you should pick it up.
Okay. Which, I know someone is not going to because they didn't enter, which is Vexia from the future, who says,
Not
guys, I'm from the future, and in order to save the world, I need a copy of Returnal.
Good. What a shame.
You should have entered. But yeah,
could've.
there you go. I look like I'm in the Navy.
Yeah, sure, you can believe that. The two runners up will get a copy of the game.
Now
We'll
soiled with guts.
with his hair, I know. That's okay. Gus is very clean.
I'm very clean. I wash my hair daily.
You would not want Steph to put on that again.
No.
But then we also got some honourable mentions as well, just because there were some funny entries and we wanted to shout them out as well. So, do you want to start us off, Gus,
Sure.
with our first honourable mention?
The first honourable mention goes to Lesser of Two Weevils, who is in the chat tonight, I believe. Well done. Congratulations.
You don't win anything except for just an announcement of your name.
Congratulations on a very good entry. Not good enough, apparently.
Not good enough.
Who wrote, I wish I could go back 45 minutes ago and not buy Returnal so I could have a chance of winning it.
That's a good one.
Well done.
So thankfully they don't need to win it because they've already got it. So well done. So your prize is the tip segment that we showed before. Hopefully that helps you out a little
There
bit.
you go.
So our first runner-up is going to be Adopted Scouser, who wrote in and said, so many moments from the treasure trove, which is my life. On one of my birthdays, I invited some friends from my local rugby club, and initially it was just a couple, but then it turned out to be half the club. To paint a picture, I was living in a terrace house at the time, and when 30 lads rock up, it gets very cozy. At one point, I'm pinned down and whacked with a metal spatula on my rear, which I learned was a tradition in the club. So anyways, what would I do differently? that would be hiding the spatula. Which is a lovely story that he still wants the banger party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And arguably still wants to be spanked, just not with a kitchen utensil.
Or like replace the metal spatula with a wooden one or something, or just something, one of those like nice rubber ones that I'm sure wouldn't be as painful.
Yeah. Not the sort of like long, thin fish spatula that actually has some flex and could leave some genuine bruising, and instead just something like a little more for your meats on a grill as opposed to your fish. Right?
There's nothing that I can say in a sponsored stream right now.
Okay, good. So congratulations, Adopted. I am going to send you a code for Returnal. Pete, take it away with the second honorable mention.
And the second honorable mention is from David Witt. My first date with my now wife, says David. After dancing, we went to the pancake parlor, as you do. I'd change our desserts to get the Colossus Cream Sundae, in brackets, for 4 people. Oh. We have done it between us since, but having that as our first meal would have been epic. That is a good first date. That's a good way to wrap up a first date, is like going into a sugar coma.
Totally. 4 people, a Sunday for 4 people. Have you had this?
No.
But
I
love the pancake parlor. I haven't been there in years.
I want. Maybe that's something that maybe we should do.
Let's go there after this stream.
Yeah, instead of doing
let's
these
just go
date
there.
nights where we come to work, let's go get ice cream. That's
Also,
like a good-
pancakes should be served at more restaurants.
Really should.
Yeah.
Okay, our second runner-up is Jim Riley. Congratulations, Jim. You have won yourself a copy of Returnal. Jim is a teacher, so this is a bit of a longer one, but it is a nice one. Jim says, as a teacher who likes to keep his classes light and as fun as possible because life for teenagers is already hard enough, I would revisit the one time I got to entertain an entire school with an April Fool's joke. Our school was in the process of getting a new principal after the last one retired, and we had an assembly on April 1st after the interview process had been completed. As the staff member responsible for organising the assemblies, the opportunity was there to play a massive prank, announce myself as the new principal.
Good.
I was fairly well known throughout the school for my humour, so I knew I would get away with it. The day came around, and one of my colleagues who was in on the joke made a special announcement at the end of the assembly to introduce me as the new principal. It went better than I expected, and I did feel a little bad because I ended up getting a standing ovation and then a load of disappointment when it was revealed as a joke. I even had a PowerPoint
This is the
presentation.
biggest humble brag, though.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh, yeah.
An entire school erupted with
800
joy.
kids love me. I had a PowerPoint presentation to back up my speech with hints where I was talking about using the school's money effectively, and the presentation said, I'll just spend the money on a statue of me in the main quad. But if I could go back now and change one thing, I'd want to put a lot more effort into the PowerPoint presentation.
You don't half do that kind of thing.
The chance to do a joke like that with all the pieces lining up doesn't come around very often, so I'd like to do that just a little bit better and make it all the more memorable, which is just a great story. The regret is he didn't troll them hard enough.
There are those times that you think, like, should I go out on a limb and do this joke? It's like, it has a huge chance of, like, success or failure as a joke or putting yourself out there, and it's like, this could bomb.
And if he committed to, like, a full PowerPoint presentation and, like, video assets and
so it's like,
totally.
no, I played it safe and went like, this is funny, and I've got, an exit strategy in case it goes a bit, like, not the way I planned. And clearly it went so well, it's like, I should have stayed up.
Should have doubled down.
I should have done all those hilarious presentation things you see on YouTube of people, like, doing, just, like, going above and beyond. But I just feel bad for the person who did get the role of the headmaster, who had to, like, get announced afterwards and be like...
I have to follow that.
Exactly.
So it's a lovely story.
Their Returnal stories, I wish I'd never accepted the role of headmaster.
Totally. Pete, I want you to read the next honorable mention as well, because this one I feel like spoke to you.
It definitely tickled me, and it was from Sassless.
Thanks, Sassless.
Back when Wonderland was a thing, I was on the Bush Beast. After our first ride of this epic wooden roller coaster, we were allowed to go around again for a second ride. That joy, specifically 2 rides on a roller coaster, has yet to be repeated. I wouldn't change a thing. Hashtag bring back Wonderland.
Yeah. Which is great. Bring back Wonderland. That's
Bring
what we're
back
saying.
Wonderland.
Come on.
Is that that's a Sydney, New South Wales thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, Australia's Wonderland, yeah. It had like the Big Dipper and stuff. Like rides got sold internationally when the park fell apart. Hanna-Barbera Land, like there was
wow.
there was-
I was going
Flintstones
to compare
and
it to
stuff in
like Gumbaya Park in Victoria.
No,
No, it's bigger than that.
big.
No, our version of that is Green Valley Farm or something.
They're all
Yeah.
getting sadder and sadder.
Old
Green Valley
Sydney
Farm had a
town.
roller coaster which was like, it was near where I grew up. It didn't have any loops or anything. It was probably the length of this room, and it was just like one dip and then back up, but it was the height of 3 nicks on top of one another. So it was basically just like, woo, woo, and then you come to the end. So,
Any roller coaster that has to use gravity to get down is not that
well,
fun.
don't they all use gravity to get down?
Sure, but the ones that like
Yes.
have no like get pulled back
Yes,
up. And
yeah,
just
yeah,
go,
right, yeah.
That's
yeah,
a
yeah,
slide
yeah,
on wheels.
I hear. Okay.
I'm not sure where you go.
We now will announce the winner of the competition. So
Thank you to everyone for entering as well.
yeah, thank you very much to everyone.
Great entries.
I'm sorry that we didn't have dozens and dozens of codes, but we just didn't, so we couldn't give it to all of you. That's look, that's just capitalism, mate. That's how it works. Should we bring in our winner?
I'm bringing in our winner. Hello, winner. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hello, our winner is Pat is melting. Pat, how are you doing, my friend?
Me, I'm great. How are you guys?
We are doing awesome. We've had a very good night.
We did.
I was sore.
Good.
How?
Played very well.
Pat, you wrote us a story that just just captured the idea of doing something which you immediately regret and wish you could go back in time and just change a little bit. So can you please tell us your story about what you would do if you had your life loop again?
I'm happy to share you with one of my greatest moments. Back in high school, I lied and said I had a girlfriend to impress some cool kids.
Didn't we all?
It was an easy plan. This was back when there was no social media. They couldn't follow it up on Bebo or anything. So I had this big plan. I was going to be this cool, wise 13-year-old with a girlfriend. But then they asked me what school she went to, and I didn't know the area that well.
Oh god.
So I didn't know the school that I said my fake girlfriend went to was an all-boys school. And of course, they definitely knew it was an all-boys school.
Yep, that'll get you every time.
Yeah, there was no coming back from that. I think I tried to dig out of the hole, but it just made it worse.
Yeah, how do you double down on that? You're like, no, they let them in.
She's a teacher.
Oh wow.
That's amazing. And then you did add a little thing here at the end about what you would do on a second loop.
Good.
Well, it seems to have worked out. We
If
can
you've
hear
got
the
a child.
If you've got a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having some fun in the background there. Yeah. If I could do it all again, I would have just lied better.
Yeah.
Lied better.
Yeah.
I think that isn't that the thing. It's like it's not like
Oh, I
it's
got
so true
caught.
of like I wouldn't have gone back and gone. Actually, I don't have a girlfriend, but you know I'm open to meeting people. It's like I would have lied better and become the hero that like and maintained a lie for years. I would have learnt Photoshop.
Yeah.
There would have been a whole backstory.
Researched all the schools in my catchment area and worked out which one would have
catchment area is the worst thing you could have said.
That's a thing.
It's a thing.
It is
but
for water.
No,
it's for schools.
No.
Is it for
Right,
schools as
school
well?
attachment
Okay,
area.
right,
No,
right,
he's
right,
right.
It's funny you mentioned Photoshop because I remember scouring the internet for a generic photo of a girl, putting it on a CD,
no.
What?
and just be like, there she is! It was this one.
No. Oh God.
Why is she on a CD?
He burnt it onto a CD so he could
Yeah.
show friends. There were no USBs or smartphones.
Sorry, I've
a
pictured
simpler
physically on
You
the,
meant
the disc.
on the
printed
CD. Look, she's on the CD.
It's Britney Spears.
Just had my time again.
Amazing.
Oh,
Early 2006, Jessica Alba was my girlfriend.
Well, thank you very much, Pat. That's a fantastic story. It absolutely tickled me when you sent it through. And that is why you are the winner of our, what's the competition called? This is Your Life Again. Thank you very much,
there it
Peter.
is. There it is.
Competition. You've won yourself a copy of Returnal on PS5. I'll shoot you that code after the stream. We'll also send you a back pocket mug, and you've won yourself a very snazzy Returnal hat. So congratulations, mate.
As worn by me.
Thank you very much.
Pre-oiled.
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 With lathers.
Thanks for watching, Pat, and enjoy the game.
Will do.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
Cheers,
Cheers,
dude.
mate.
He was lovely.
Champ. What a champ.
He was much more lovely than I was expecting for someone who lies about fake girlfriends.
But 13-year-old anyone does.
I was so mature as a
just
13.
like weaved webs of little love
Totally,
like
it's so
that.
true.
Yeah, and they all unravel. And I remember doubling down and then being like, no, and then it would become a joke. But then it's like, do they actually know? And yeah, no, I was atrocious.
Don't you miss that age where someone at school could tell you something and you would be like outrageous,
Yep.
and you would be like, I don't believe that, but also I kind of believe it, and I wonder if it's true. Like I remember,
I'm not confident enough to call them out. Is
Yeah,
what,
Totally.
yeah.
then,
But
yeah.
but there was this element of like, I wonder, but if that's real, that's really cool. And yeah, it's such a weird
Or
time
even
of your life.
to like, no one had the confidence to question. So it's not calling them out. It's like, okay, and then everyone didn't believe it, but no one came out and was like, is that
No one's
true?
like looking at 13-year-old Pat going, you're not dating the English teacher at an all-boys high school. He's like, no, I am, seriously. So there you go. Thank you very much to all of our winners. Pat is melting, Jim Riley and Adopted Scouser, and then our runners-up, Sassless, David Witt, and Lesser of Two Weevils. Everyone for entering, thank you very much. And thank you to everyone for watching. That's the end of our Returnal stream. We hope you've enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Congratulations as well to the people who watched along in the chat and got a copy of the game. Thanks to PlayStation Australia for giving us just so many copies of this.
Did we
amazing
give them
game.
all away?
We gave them all away.
Yep.
Good on.
Gave away
Tick that box.
8.
Yeah.
8 copies of the game.
How did that? I was so focused on the game, I didn't even hear you giving codes away.
I was just at
You're
the
a
end,
madman.
At the end, it started with creative entry mechanics
Yeah.
and ended with
How
I
quickly
just
can you
hit
make a new
follow.
email and attach it to a Twitch account?
Totally. Oh god, I gave 5 copies of Returnal to one person.
They earned it.
They did. They really did.
They're
That's
really
what
good at making
that's
email
what I'm saying.
characters.
Yeah.
You missed it. You were having so much fun playing the game.
Yep.
You were enjoying coming up with quickfire mechanics and all that kind of stuff. I just want to say, I had a delightful time tonight, and if I had to go around and do it all again, I would.
Yeah, look at that. What a lovely way to end that.
I would have worn a purple shirt though at the same time.
No, you pop.
Want to swap? You pop right now. You're popping hard.
Yeah.
That's true.
Thank you very much for everyone to everyone watching. If Returnal has tickled the gameplay bone in your body, then head to the PlayStation 5 store and pick it up right now as part of the exclusive PlayStation 5 library. And a massive thank you to Sony PlayStation Australia for sponsoring this stream. We'll be back with Back Pocket. What day is it? Monday? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'll be streaming a game tomorrow at about 1 o'clock. So just come along and hang out, and we'll do this all again, except I won't give you free shit.
He might.
He's going to buy donuts.
Actually, like that being said, completely seriously, the last time I did a stream, I bought about $100 of food for people scattered all across the country. So who knows what I'm going to do. All right, let's back it out.
Let's back it up. All right. See you, everyone.
Bye.